WIIFTV PM.
WIIFTVP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTVP. Media's just for you and me.
Shop at Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like me said. Remy said a Juke-a-thon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. I be done had a heart attack.
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that? Yeah.
I don't like that one.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
Keep calling me. Give you some love, you want all of it. I'm out here working, nigga, get a grip. I'm just trying to touch a million. You just wanna coexist. I say you clingy and you contradict. Give you my heart, you think it's counterfeit. Give you my word and you won't trust in it. What's the point of loving me if you don't know what trust is? I need the is you give now. Please don't back down on me. I know You've got the attention I need. Put your pride aside for me. Oh, 'cause I need that ease. Put your pride aside for me. That ease. While I'm out trying to get that ease. Know that I need that ease. Put your pride aside for me, baby. You're insecure, it's driving me crazy. I'm trying to get it and you keep on saying you know my love is never enough. I put up with you for too long, now I'm over it. You want affection, I need money, I'ma call it quits. That is, that is, that is. Put your pride aside for me. That is. While I'm trying to get it, that is. Put your pride aside for me. Put it aside, put it aside, put it aside, put it aside, put it aside. Put your pride aside, put it aside. On me. Put your pride aside for me.
Well, sometimes I go out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things what you're doing, and in my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, Did you have to go to jail? Put your house on up for sale? Did you get a good lawyer? I hope you didn't catch a tan. I hope you find the right man who'll fix it for you. And are you shopping anywhere? Change the color of your hair. Are you busy? And did you have to pay this fine that you've been dodging all the time? Are you still dizzy? Since I've come home, well, my body's been a mess, and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Oh, stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over Well, sometimes I go out
out by myself and I look across the water and I think of all the things what you're doing. In my head I paint a picture. Since I've come home, well my body's been a mess and I miss your ginger hair and the way you like to dress. Won't you come on over? Stop making a fool out of me. Why don't you come on over, babe? Why don't you come on over,
WIFTBPN.
You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. I got Cool Breeze in the building today. Ruthie Moore came in with the Rebel Without a Pause outfit. She's looking like, I don't want to say, I can't say the black Janice Dean.
Maze,
you know,
I got on a jean jacket.
Huh?
A jean jacket.
Ruthie. But you got the pants to match, right? All you need is some boots. Let me see. Oh, you rocking the shoes. Yep. I'm gonna tell you, get you some boots. Let me ask a question. Y'all ever would you wear cowboy boots?
Yeah, I would.
I would too. I want a pair of cowboy boots too.
I'm from the South.
That's what they call the kickers. Is that what they call the kickers? Would you wear like the fancy cowboy boots or the ones you get off in?
I'm gonna wear the Mexican ones. Like them authentic.
I want the ones with the ostrich, with the.
Oh, you fancy.
I want you ever seen, like, I want the Mexican cartel boots. Like the dudes in the cartel. You ever seen them movies? Like when the dudes from the cartels get out and their boots come out, they be like, you see them boots, if it's past leather, you know you dead. They killing you. They be, like, I want the cartel boots, except I don't want nobody from the cartel calling me up. So I'm gonna leave that alone because we already on the list. Yeah, Ruthie. Hold on.
You know, I ain't never said I don't believe in a black man coalition. Let it pop off. I'm over there.
Cause they gonna be tooled up and ready.
Yo habla español un pequeño.
Poquito. I could say a little bit.
See? El baño.
Oh,
I can get around. I can get around.
See, but that's because you a world traveler. See,
no, it's because I took Spanish in school.
I took Spanish in school too. The only thing I learned was cierra la boca. What's that? Shut your mouth.
Oh. We just say cállate.
That too. Yeah. Cállate. Cierra la boca. Man, Miss Graziano. I had a Italian Spanish teacher.
I had a white man, Mr. Ramanga.
Ruthie, did you ever have a black teacher?
Yep.
In what grade? Not in college.
I literally remember every grade.
I do too.
3rd grade.
After I left the city, I never saw a black
grade.
teacher. Really?
And then a few in high school. I had black principals.
What?
That's why I became a member of Delta Sigma Theta, because I had a lot of teachers and a principal that were Deltas.
Really? You know what?
I thought it said AEO. I didn't know what it was saying.
Man, so how about this? That is so dope that you did that. Did you look at the paper already?
No, actually, normally I try to, but I got in late, so I've been drinking coffee.
So on the paper, we're going to have a question about who are the most aspirational black people, right, in Chicago, and what did you want to do what did you want to be when you grew up? And I got a whole, okay, can I tell you, y'all, honestly, yesterday's conversation weighed heavily on me. It really did. Like, it really did. And I think it weighed heavily on a lot of people because it's funny.
Yeah,
did you see
plenty of calls.
Did you see? I know, don't be. And first of all, let me just tell y'all something. I read the comments every day, and I got a list of y'all. Y'all cheating on me and stuff. Everybody was on Team Ruthie yesterday. I was like, what the hell is going on around here? This is my show. Anyway.
I think they just love the kids.
You know what? So it's funny because I do too. Mm-hmm. Yesterday's conversation, like, really, really, really weighed heavily on me. I also think it weighed, I be thinking people be sneak listening. Like they don't really want to say they listening to us. But did you see Natalie Moore today?
What's she talking about?
Watch Natalie, the kids on the lawn, and growing up in the 80s and 90s, and how we thought it was the greatest ever. And did we really think it really? I'm gonna tell you. First of all,
I like Natalie Moore.
I do too. She don't really like me.
Her books are really good.
I like Natalie Moore too, but she be like, she like, what high school you go to? She one of them city girls that be like,
we got the same last name, so I just feel a connection.
Oh, well, maybe you can get her to come on. Anyway, she wrote an article, and so today we're going to talk about a bunch of stuff, right? I was just thinking about how we all got where we are. And I just want to talk, like, honestly, because yesterday's like, I think about how we thought about C. Dolores Tucker, right, back in the day. And regardless of, like, my thoughts, I never want to be C. Dolores Tucker, if that makes sense, right? And there was a time when the secondary mission of Universal Maze Jack Enterprises, after making money, was to teach basic job skills to at-risk youth. And I felt like, man, where else you gonna learn the basics of coming up? And you could do it on the street team. You could do it with Jay-Z and all that kind of stuff. And it's just interesting, and I want to talk about it today, but I want to talk about it from a perspective of trying to get some understanding instead of fighting. And I don't even necessarily think it was fighting. I think it was a lot of passion yesterday. And I was thinking about like even in the 90s when I was reading this article, I was thinking about the plaza, like in the 90s. And there was a time where, it's a lot to talk about. So I think this is going to be a great conversation today. So y'all stay tuned because I think we're going to get some nostalgia in the mix as well as some reality. And then I want to like do some listening and some hearing and then talk about even the benefit of having the wisdom of years to look back, but how do you share that properly? So we're going to talk about it all today. Ruthie is in the building. I said what's up to her. What's up to you, Reese the Ruler? How you feeling, man?
Blessed by the best. You already know the rest.
No, I don't. What's the rest?
That's it.
Yeah, remember what that made me think of, Ruthie? Remember that time? You know how it's be like, rule number 1. And somebody like, all right, well, what's number 2? Like, blessed by the rest. You already know the rest. No, I don't. Tell me. All right, that's DJ Reese the Ruler. He is in the building as well. Reese, I see you got your happy shirt on. You making some money today? This must be double duty day. You about to get that
everything around me.
See, that's the problem. Dang. No, don't be a cap. No cash ruling.
His happiness can't be bought. He got a date.
No, he ain't got a date. He got a date with a truck and some people. And let me tell you, I don't know, man. Hey, did y'all? You know what, Ruthie? Did I ask you? Did you want to go see the Lil Fest?
After you couldn't pronounce them names on there, I said, ain't no hope for me knowing who's gonna be there.
It's Lemonade. Huh? About that one? The Lyrical Lemonade that's supposed to be this weekend?
Well, I don't know. It's with everybody with that guy that Lil in their name.
Yeah, it's the lyric. Ironically, somebody just offered me backstage passes.
Oh.
But I can't make it because
you gotta make that bag.
I got the orange shirt.
I see you got the orange shirt on. Lord have mercy. Look, when you see Reese in the I feel like Reese might have had something to do with the design of these outfits. Cause that's some stuff Reese will wear for real. Like I'll be like, hold on, Reese like perfect. Like you be like, hold on, am I not matching? Yes, perfect. No, I'm just joking. Cause on the west side, your shoes will match your shirt without a doubt, and your hat. It's gonna work some kind of way. All right, it's the Maze Jackson Show. We got Maze, Ruthie, and Reese. Hey, there was somebody. Can I tell y'all how the wiftable audience is? Somebody spotted Todd yesterday and took a picture. Po Todd and his whole family. They was like, he ain't been on the show, but he could be at the White Sox game.
That's so petty.
It was so funny, and they got all 4 of them. It was out of focus. They was like, check, make sure this the president. You can't find him, this way it go. Shout out to Todd Stroger, who is out there kicking. I'm sure he is wrapping up summer break, because I saw him with the whole fam. Right? Back to school. Man, it snuck up on us. I was talking to my son on Friday, and I was like, man, when you go back to school? He was like, Tuesday. I was like, dang, that sucks for you. He was like, I know. That's all right, though, y'all. He made the honor roll. I'm proud. He's super. Like, he a junior. He went to school. It's funny. We saw every one of the years. Ruthie, he has grown like 1.5 feet since freshman year. It is hilarious. Like, he probably could have walked underneath the door to get in here, and now he
taller than you?
No, he ain't taller than me. And I be pressing him down every time I see him. Like when he come, because he be trying to come up on me and try to get the sneak measure, and then I grab his shoulders and I try and hang on him and pull him down. So I say, I think you might have lost a 1/4 inch there. We good.
Wait till he put on some muscle mass.
Let me tell you,
Dad.
That's how he talk. That's exactly how he talk. Like literally, when I don't even like calling him on the phone no more because his voice is deeper than mine. And he be wait. I told you when we go to the drive-thru, he be sitting back waiting. He sit back and wait. I be like, you want to order? He be like, nope. You sure? No, I do not. I be like, hi, I like a Big Mac. She be like, thank you, ma'am. He be like, ha. I hate the drive-thru. And he be like, I'll take it from here. Oh, yes, I'll have a Big Mac with you. I be like, you bogus.
You got to tell him to take that bass out of his voice.
Ruthie, then what's funny is now, I ain't gonna even say, it can't be 2 men in the house. It's like I'm the man of the house. But he be trying to halfway come downstairs without no shirt on. I be like, boy, if you don't take your butt upstairs, put some shirt on,
You make him put on the house coat.
Right.
One of them,
he be walking around the house like, because he's starting to lift and he's starting to get a little. So, I be like, dog, you got a 6-pack? Come here. Punch you in there. don't forget it. You know, I got the. Hey man,
You gotta remind them. You right.
You do, because I'm telling you, they'll mess around and get big on you and then be talking about, what'd you say to me? And his voice is already deeper, so you already be like, you need me to sit in on the show for you? Man, if you don't get your... All right, y'all. We are locked and loaded. Let's get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet. It's Maze, Ruthie, and Reese in the building. All right, y'all. Some headlines. Ruthie, she went. The mayor went to the funeral yesterday, and she did have a press conference, but it was pretty low-key. I think everybody kind of got it. And I think everybody fell into the natural order of things. They did not show her inside. Mm-hmm. They did show her walking, and then they showed her standing next to David Brown. I don't know, Ruthie. What you think? Do you think she came out of this one unscathed? Or no?
I think they probably just didn't want to bicker about it on the day of.
Yeah, I was thinking.
But don't worry, it's going to come back up.
I was like, it would have been tasteless for the police to even have a stunt too. Like, I feel like it would have been tasteless for everybody to have any stunts. I feel like the police officers from around the world came to Chicago. Like, it was, I was nervous for my son because it was at his school. And, you know, black kids going in, waiting through all the mad police officers. Here is what I am going to say, though. The Officer French murder and subsequent police response from around the country may serve as the George Floyd catalyst for police. In that, the police can find their own victim to serve as a counterbalance to what happened with George Floyd. And I'm going to tell you, just watching the number of police that came from all over the country, I almost felt like it, I don't want to say it was not a battle cry, but one of those pivotal moments where, you know how the pendulum has shifted to the hands of the people. Mm-hmm. I feel like the pendulum is going to, I'm not going to say the people are going to back down, but I think it's going to embolden the politicians to go backwards.
I doubt it.
You doubt it?
Yeah, I doubt it.
Talk to me.
It'll probably, it's going to be something else the police do. It's going to be another video that get released about something, somebody kicking somebody in the head, somebody doing something. And so there's always going to be I think more examples of police brutality.
You know, when I hear them say our hands are tied, that's what I'm talking about, really. Like, I think they're going to be doing that, and they're going to be using that. I need to get home. We were scared.
Well,
Officer French.
Well, kind of what I'm hearing is that this is bringing renewed focus to re-envisioning how the police function. Are police necessary for things like enforcing a expired sticker, or should police be focusing on solving the violent terroristic crimes in our communities just as quickly as they found these shooters and the girl they was looking for? Put some of them same energies, that same resources into solving some of these crimes in our communities. Yeah. Y'all doing traffic stops.
I'm with you on that.
Y'all writing tickets.
We just saw the mayor in the face of this give him $150 million more dollars. So I think I get I feel like it's emboldened the activist side, but I do feel like on the police side, they're going to leverage this moment. I think they're going to leverage the victimization. DJ giving me the sign saying, hey, we got to say what's up to the WBGX 1570 AM audience. So I want to say what's up to everybody from WBGX 1570 AM who tunes into us every day from 6:30 to 8 a.m. We appreciate you, just like we appreciate everybody that is watching us on Facebook. live, YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. You can go to the Maze Jackson channel or Maze Jackson page or with the Media. Hit one of those keywords and you will find us, and you can join the conversation if you want to listen or if you want to watch. We got it all for you, audio and visual. All right, y'all. Reese, did we get the plane up? Let's get this. We did already? Oh, is that why them people look so little down there? All right, let's take a quick break and we'll be back after these messages. The Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show will be back after this break.
WIIFTVPN.
Broken screen? Crash system? Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop, located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
Church Chicago's Power Hour. I'm your host, Angie Mims, and
Terrence Keys, TD, a.k.a. Terrence Daniels.
I wish I had one witness in the house.
You got one. You got a couple of them. Got two T's.
Give me a testimony.
Oh, Lord. He's did it before. Oh, Lord.
I got one. One better. I got 5 reasons.
5 reasons. Oh, Lord. He turned it around.
Turn it around. He woke me up this morning.
Oh. Don't do this. Don't do this. Number 4?
He woke me up this morning.
Come on, number 3. Come.
He woke me up.
Oh, Lord.
He woke you up.
That thing can touch you, but one of them 5s will get you. What's the second one?
He woke me up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Oh, my God.
And the number 1 reason.
Number 1. Final answer.
He woke me up this morning.
He woke me up this morning.
That's a testimony.
That's a testimony.
To the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
Church if you ain't trying to help us. Don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies now other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze, it's Sonia, and Ruthie and Todd explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect your oppressed to solve them.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie. I can't even say it no more. Ruthie Moore. Dang, I got to come up with that was flowing, boy. That one was a good one.
You like curse words.
Just let them roll. Y'all don't even remember. Do you remember that song, Curse Words by Too Short?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
I only know Blow the Whistle.
And now somebody done stole that.
Oh, they remaking everything.
Y'all. Dag nabbit, y'all.
That is
Dag millennials done stole everything. Can't make nothing new. Every show y'all got, first of all, I just gotta say this one more time. I'm so scared of Lee Daniels remaking Wonder Years, and I know Wonder Years was the white people's show but good God, I please just hope he don't make.
He doing like a black version of it or something?
Yes.
I used to like the Wonder Years.
Everybody liked the Wonder Years. It's you know what, y'all should have came to my house when I used to have these karaoke parties. There was this white boy named Bill McConnell who would come to the parties all the time. Now, first of all, how Bill found his way to my house and became a regular, I will never in a million years know. But he would say, "What would you do if I sang you?" And he would sing, and the whole house would be singing the white boy version of that. I would sing out of key, and everybody would be like, yeah. You know, I might have to pull up a video. I might have to let y'all see. It was, when he did it the first time too, Ruthie? When I invented the crab boil.
Oh.
He did it at the first crab boil in Illinois. On the table, we spread the food on the table. I'm telling you, it's how you're going to believe me one day. All right, y'all. I was somewhere yesterday, and I was like, can I tell y'all what? So last night, shout out to my man, Alderman Burnett. He had his 58th birthday party.
Ooh.
Actually, and I didn't even say shout out to him on his birthday, which was Tuesday. But he had his 58th birthday party yesterday, and while I was there, I ran into Side from Psychodrama. I don't know if y'all remember last week when we played Magic, but I ran into him and he was like, "Hey man, thank you for being one of the few people that continue to support us after." I was like, how coincidental. Can I get you to record that? Because they won't believe me. No, I'm just joking. All right, y'all. But shout out to my man Alderman Burnett. They had a roaring 20s party last night. You know how people have like the parties and you get all they get all dressed up and then you feel like a lame because you didn't dress up?
You didn't?
I kind of did. Man. I mean, I felt like Ruthie.
Man.
It's Thursday. You know what it's like to try and get a
easy,
roaring
it's
20s?
It's easy for men to
It is
dress
not.
up.
Not roaring 20s.
All you need is a white shirt and one of them little things that go around your collar.
You know,
and a hat.
Thanks, Ruthie. You're a little late. I appreciate that.
I feel like it's easy for men to dress up in like most.
You could just put on a suit and be like, I got a suit and a hat.
It's just about all you need is just the accessories that make it,
Yeah, but where do you get the accessories?
Amazon. The party's
Ruthie,
it's so close to Halloween. You need to go your little cigarette.
That's what Darlena had. She had like a cigarette in one of them things.
Yeah.
And Carrie had on pearls. Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all this too.
Some feathers.
Can I tell you, yesterday we went to the party and so do you take it? Should I take it as a flattery when dudes be like, "Excuse me, could you step out the way because I want to take a picture with your fine ass wife"? Should I take that offensively? They was like, "You're securing yourself, right?" I was like, "When it compares to you, yeah."
Do they say excuse me? Do they at least you say excuse me?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, no, they don't do it disrespectful. They do it like, now really what it is what they really want. I know what it is. It's like, like when the girl come, but I do be like, hey, well, I'm not going to tell you.
Do they ask you to take the picture?
A Negro did ask me to take the picture yesterday. He probably got my thumb on it too. I tell you, usually when people ask me to take pictures, they be like, I be click, click, click. I have a whole selfie photo shoot on them. They go back to their phone. They be like, did this nigga?
That's why you got to look at it right then and there.
I be like, when somebody tell me, can you take it another one? I be like, hell no.
That ain't right, man.
Ruthie, I was like, you should hire a photographer then. You need
right.
Ruthie.
You should at least let them look at it to see if it look okay.
No. Not doing that. I don't like taking pictures. And you know who I hate taking pictures for? Carrie. I do. Because it'd be like, let me see it. No, I'll do it again. Let me see it again.
You know what might be helpful? If you just looked at a quick YouTube video about how to take pictures on your iPhone.
How about I do this?
Because it's
how
about angles.
How about you get your staff to do it? How about that? That's what I feel like. Because I'd be like, I wasn't good. You shouldn't have asked me in the first place. She will definitely, and look, and this is what she'll do. She'll be, she'll be opening it up, turning it around. I'd be like, you want me to take another one? Sure, I will. Oh, and should I hold the purse too? Okay, no problem.
You are such a gentleman.
It's hard work out here being a man of enlightened man. It was much easier when y'all just stayed in the kitchen. No shoes.
Mate.
I'm just telling you, could have been easier. R. Kelly trial continues. I want to talk about I just want to say something about R. Kelly because it's yesterday. People was like, Elvis, and for me personally, right? I chose to not listen to R. Kelly because I knew people personally involved, right? And I felt like it was tough to know that somebody would do that. Like what white people do does not affect how I feel we treat each other. Exactly. And I'm not, the white people standard of treatment of black people or of themselves is not the standard by which I want to measure my standards amongst black folks. They done always screwed us over. And we don't, what's good for white folks is really generally not good for black people. So, except for money. So, with that in mind, I'm not judging you for what you do. But I think it's very easy for us to compartmentalize certain things and be like, it wasn't me. It ain't I. So, that's all. Elvis wasn't no hero to me. So, it's
Neither
like...
was Jerry, who's somebody Lewis.
Jerry Lee Lewis. So, them people telling me that we did something that they did, yeah, no, I don't really care. Because he also stole all our music, too. All right!
I'm glad people feel uncomfortable listening to R. Kelly in public. Keep that in your house. Put that in your headphones. Anybody trying to hear that?
Shout out. I did that. Hey, the cannabis contests are officially over.
Yeah,
they had the final licenses and everybody is running around here getting, I mean, it's going to get cracking. By the way, for anybody that is tuned in that has a license that they are not able to or would like to move from a license holder to a millionaire, please reach out to me if you have a dispensary license that you do not have the $2 million to build out, or if you have a craft grow license and you are looking to move it but keep it in the hands of black people, please, please, please reach out to me. Inbox me, call me, whatever it is. But before you let that sucker go, or before you sell it to somebody, some white guy in California, please keep it in the house. That's your man, Mace Jackson, with a public service announcement for all the weed peoples. All right? Hey, Reese, give me the big voice. I'm ready.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Hey, y'all. So, in reflection of yesterday's conversation, I've decided that I want to kind of string these things together because I want to get to a point. And I think it starts with imagination. Right? And I was thinking about our imaginations to our realities. So my social media question of the day is, what did you want to be when you grew up? Like, who and what did you want to be when you grew up, and why? I think when I was growing up, people used to play cops and robbers. They used to play, you would play a lot of role-playing games. You'll play house, you'll play doctor, you'll play people's court. Maybe I didn't play people's court. I played people's court, though. But I feel like in the interim, there were a variety of things that I ran into in jobs and opportunities, or things that I heard about that I decided that I might want to be one day. There was a time when people would ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? And my answer would be an anthropologist. And my mom would be like, the hell is an anthropologist, and how you going to get paid doing that? And then because I wanted to study people and their origins. But I feel like it also came with part of your exposure. And then as you had imagination, that imagination eventually led you to exploring how you could be that or something. Now, there were some things that I felt like I could never be. Right? I don't know why, but I did. But I think all of that leads up to your part of your path as to which way you go in life. So give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. What did you want to be when you grew up? And then, did you make it? Did you become it? Why or why not? And I think it's a great place to start, because I think in childhood, I think it all comes from like where you go to school, maybe, what your parents expose you to, your environment that shapes some of your outcomes. And I really want to go back to the concept of, where did you start? Where do we start? When I think in but like probably by the time I was 15, I decided that I wanted to be a lawyer. And I'll tell you that my drivers for being a lawyer seem to be money and power. Right? Now, the money, I used to think every lawyer made $500 an hour, and I was like, good Lord, if I make $500 an hour, can't nobody tell me nothing. I could do anything, I could build anything, I could do whatever I want. So I felt like it would give me financial freedom, but also power from the standpoint of being able to, and I don't think I ever wanted to be a defense attorney unless it was like not criminal defense. I wanted to be like corporate defense. Right? Because I felt like it put me in proximity to power and made people want to owe me. And I also thought that that title would give me respect in the world. History major, went to the University of Illinois, Urbana-Champaign, got distracted, never made it to my dream. I would tell you today, even as people say, man, you did good, Jubal, I still feel like, dang, for all the stuff that I've had the opportunity to do and everything, I never accomplished that dream. Now, I made alternative plans, and in the process, I took a lot of different roads and a lot of distractions. But I do think that I kind of got somewhere within the realm of where I eventually wanted to be. But how did that even form? Ruthie, what you want to do when you grew up?
Work with young people.
Did you do it? Of course. I mean, I'm gonna let you tell the people.
Yeah.
How did it give you what made you want to work with young people?
That's a good question. I think because it was just a passion. I wanted to be a teacher. But mostly I wanted to work with like black young people.
Let me ask you a question. Do you think that was because of your experience as a young black person, and was there someone that shaped that?
Yeah, it was my experience with having black teachers and having black women teachers that used to like pour into me. And to see black women, you know, I just grew up with a lot of black teachers, and I don't think that that's the experience of young people nowadays. So like those are really like those are some of my like, you know, examples of like these professional like black women who used to, you know, impart their knowledge.
And did they go out of their way for you and the black kids?
That's what black teachers do, and that's why they are so important. And absolutely, 100%.
Was it in?
They made sure you was good
inside of a white, like were you still in a white?
Yes,
predominantly white. So did they teach predominantly white kids?
Pretty much.
See,
so they looked out for you. They would chastise you as necessary, check you as necessary, but you knew it was coming from a place of love. So it was like not a lack of nurturing. This was back when you could like go to teachers' houses and stuff. Like nowadays you can't. Teachers say you can't take. You know, you ain't taking no small group of kids on no field trip and stuff like that anymore.
Let me ask you, and you achieved it.
I do. I work with young people. I seek to impart that same level of love that was imparted upon me because I understand how impactful it was and how necessary, and I see how there's a lack.
That's a good thing. See, and when you did that, so you went to school to be a teacher, or did you go to be a school to be like? Help me understand. I'm not tripping. I'm just saying, like, what did you do? Like you went when you were a young person. You was like, yo, when I graduate from high school, I'm going to DePaul to become a teacher or to change the lives of young people.
Well, kind of. So I remember one of my guidance counselors. I was, you know, telling her I wanted to be a teacher. So I was looking at like, you know, like programs that you can, you know, start in high school, whatever.
Black or white guidance?
This was a black lady.
Okay. Dang. Yep. Kanky Key was cracking.
No. Just listen.
Okay.
And she told me, she was like, you too smart to be a teacher. Right? So that, like, I, you know, didn't know what to do with that information. So I was like, okay, well, maybe I won't be a teacher. I'll just wait to see what I want to do once I get to school. So when I got to school, I, you know, decided I did not want to be a teacher, but I still wanted to work with young people just because I didn't really like anywho, I got issues with the education system, but so I decided.
Was that always? Let me ask a question. Was your challenges with the education system based on you being a black girl in a white school system, or was it something else?
Well, I couldn't necessarily name it at the time, but I've always just been just a rebel in the sense
clearly.
Like I remember in like sixth grade, like asking the teacher, like, why we ain't reading no books about black people? You know, like, so just having that awareness of my blackness, but not seeing it reflected back to me in the classroom. Like, I remember organizing a protest for Rosa Parks when she passed away because they wouldn't do a moment of silence.
Really?
So just things like that, you know, black teachers kind of helped you along with that on the low. Like, and so it's, so essentially what I'm trying to say is I still, you know, to this day I work with young people. But it is, I think it's important to kind of nurture people's talents and abilities. Like, and sometimes you gotta like, I think it's okay not to know what you want to do. Like, perfectly fine. But I think it's important to follow your passion. Hindsight, you know, I probably would have went to school for computer something or like engineer and something in the STEM field, because I've always been pretty good at it. And then I would, you know, do something working with young people in that area.
So in your choice, did money ever factor into it?
Never.
Okay. That's a good. I mean, I think that's important. I think that's important.
But some people might say that that's stupid.
No. I mean, I think that everybody has, you know, I feel like some people could say everything is stupid. Like, there's going to be somebody that don't like whatever anybody does. I feel like this is important, though, because for the life of me, I couldn't understand why my mom would give so much for such little economic return, right? And my parents would do it, but it was because of service, right? And there was a different driver for them. And I think there's a different driver for you. That's so. First of all, thank you for sharing. I'm gonna go to the phone lines. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson show. What did you want to be when you grew up, and did you make it? Why or why not?
Hello,
caller. How are you today?
Oh, this is Katie. How are you?
Hey, Katie. How are you? Good morning.
Oh, good morning. I'm fine. I see why you chose Ruthie, because Ruthie has a lot of talent, and I'm happy that you are there to bring her out. I hadn't a clue. You're welcome, Ruthie. You are very needed in this world. I hadn't a clue. Back in my day, I didn't have a clue as far as what I wanted to do, and there are a lot of children like me that don't have a clue about, and that's our failure in this world. To open, first we got to learn about what is it and why are we in this world, and what's going on in the United States. We need to know what is going on in the United States and what's going on in the world and what is going on in our capitalistic system. Unless we expose and teach our children about that, they won't be able to recognize their talents and know what they want to do with their talents. And so, I back in my day, I think they told me that I needed to be. I had my characteristics was to be a stewardess, an airline stewardess.
Did you become one?
No, I became a pharmacist.
You became a what?
And, pharmacist.
Oh, the good drugs. My cousin's trying to find you right now.
I became a pharmacist. And, but, I went to, the teacher thing. I think when I was young, 16, 15, we had a training program back, and they should have that thing now where they put you in different fields where you could see what introduce you to different fields to see what you wanted to do. But I knew I didn't want to be a teacher because I didn't have the patience for the children. But that was a learning experience to learn that, to know that. And so it's a lot of stuff that they've taken away from our people so that they don't give our people a chance to figure out what it is that they want to do, our children. And that's not fair. That makes me ballistic in my feelings about that. I'm Ruthie ballistic with that.
We got a new term, Ruthie ballistic. Oh, yeah, write it down. Ruthie ballistic. I'm telling you, Ruthie was on fire yesterday.
Yes, Ruthie was on fire. She's on fire every day. And so with our children, we need to expose them to what this capitalist system is and what's going on so they can figure it out. But somehow, because of the fact that they did put me in, give me opportunities to work in different fields, and I worked in the hospital and the pharmacy, and I had a person there that guided me through the process and nurtured my curiosity and a white person from Ukraine, an immigrant from Ukraine, not any black person, not an immigrant from Ukraine that saw features in a poor girl that saw curiosity in me, and he nurtured me into the field. And so this needs to be done for all of our children, especially our children, and that's how I made it.
Thank you, Katie.
And so that's what I got to say.
I appreciate you. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. Thank you for calling. So, y'all, we got some learnings in there. First, we got Ruthie Ballistic. We got I'm gonna have a button. Reese, we gonna find us a missile. And when you hit the button, the plane is gonna, we're gonna be like, Reese, fire the Ruthie Ballistics. And it's gonna be, we're gonna blow up stuff. Huh?
I ain't that bad.
Ruthie, it's not bad. It's passion.
It's only with the young people. I don't really get passionate about. I mean, I'm normally pretty cool.
I know Ruthie didn't even say bye to me yesterday, kind of, sort of.
It was 9:05. You know I got to go to work.
Nuh-uh. That was just an excuse.
It was 9:05.
Ruthie stomped
up
out
later
here.
and later. You be trying to end this show.
Hold on, Reese. You was trying to get it.
Later and later. First it was like first Maze had the clock wrong, y'all, so he could get an extra minute or two out of me. Then I noticed the clock. He changed the clock.
I fixed it.
At first it was 9:01 and 30 seconds. Then it became 9:02. Yesterday it was like 9:05. You know I got to drive back home.
No, you don't. I made your office right there. I put you. You want me to get you? It's a green screen. I bought a green.
My meetings
I bought Ruthie a green screen. I ain't gonna be talking no more because we don't be here. We got you a green. We built Ruthie an office and everything. Sure. Hey y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after. Look, Reese like, you guys, you ready this time? It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBPM.
Introducing your trusted source for high-quality black emojis, better known as Blackmoji. We believe black is beautiful, and that beauty should be reflected in the digital market. Now there is an app that does just that, starting with Black Greek letter organizations. Blackmoji D9 offers more than an emoji app. It is a cultural experience of black excellence. Download the app in the Apple or Google Play Store to access a specially curated catalog of emojis representing the Divine Nine. Use the emojis to celebrate Black Greek events, acknowledge current events, support social causes, and learn about esteemed Black Greek members who blaze the trail of Black history. A portion of every subscription goes toward a scholarship fund specifically for members of Black Greek letter organizations to help keep the legacy alive. Download the Blackmoji app today.
Hey y'all, this is Salim Muwakil from Muwakil's World. In case you missed the last discussion, this is what you missed.
There was a time when there was a large-scale mythology that African people had no endurance. We were only good for sprinting.
Right.
And that was our forte. Other than that, we were useless in marathon races. Establishing your patrimony on the land. If you bury the dead, that means that this land is forever in your family.
Who are our ancestors, really? We are the living ancestors to a whole genealogical line going back hundreds of thousands, millions of years that we carry within us living today. Everyone who preceded us. Mm-hmm. However, that conception took place, whether it was violently, with rape, or whatever the case, but we are them living today.
That's why it's important to understand our capacity, man. Our capacity is unlimited. We have unlimited potential.
Absolutely.
So make sure you tune in Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 11 to 1 p.m. on What's in It for the Black People Media.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning, What's in it for the Black People Media, and happy Friday. This is Reese the Ruler. The time is now 7:05 a.m. and I'm here with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather report. In sports, the Chicago White Sox hosted the Oakland A's, going for the 4-game sweep. Oakland's Matt Olson hit a go-ahead 2-run homer in the 7th as the Sox will fall 5-4. On the traffic, it's an accident on the Kennedy as O'Hare to the Loop is 72 minutes, but outbound to O'Hare is just 25. On the Eden, Inbound from Deerfield to Exchange, also an accident, 71 minutes, but back out to Deerfield, just 27. On the Eisenhower, slow as well. Thorndale to the Loop is 52 minutes. Back out to Thorndale is 37. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 40 minutes. Outbound will be 32. On the Bishop Ford from I-80 to the Dan Ryan is 32 minutes. 34 minutes back out to I-80. On the Dan Ryan, 18 minutes to the Loop, 20 minutes to 95th. DeSable Lakeshore Drive, south 7 minutes. That's 55th to Jackson. Jackson to 55th. On the north side of things, Randolph to Bryn Mawr. Bryn Mawr to Randolph will be 8 minutes. Today's weather is currently 73, and today will be a high of 84 with a low of 72. I'm Reese the Ruler, and that was your Chicagoland area sports weather traffic update. Here's Dante with What About My Love.
What about my love? Seems you have forgotten love. I do believe that something went wrong somewhere. What about my feelings? Do they mean anything at all? You got me so in love, I'm too blind to see. And that you got my love, now you wanna put me down. And that you got my love, got me standing on shaky ground. What about it, baby? What about the days and the nights we spent? What about the love we made so sweet? Are you sure you wanna live? Think it over, baby. 'Cause girl, I believe. I think you just might wanna change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, got me standing on shaky treat you, man. When I gave all that I never had, you got me going through changes of life with you. Are you sure you wanna live? Think it over, babe. 'Cause girl, I believe, I think you just might change your mind. Oh, but you got my love. You don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Yeah. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. You don't come around. Now that you got all my loving, you got me standing on shaky ground. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Before you leave out the door, Really wish you would change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Now that you got my love, you don't come around. Now that you got all my love, yeah, you got me standing on shaky ground. Put your hands together. Put your hands together. Oh my! I had a conversation with her. This is how it went. Before you leave out the door, baby, won't you change your mind? Oh, Lord have mercy. 'Cause I need you and you need me. I know we can be happy. Just wait and see. Baby, won't you change your mind? I'll do better if you change your mind. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, got me standing on shaking. Now that you got my love, you don't even come around. Now that you got my love, you got me standing on shaky ground. Baby, won't you change your mind? Baby, won't you change your mind? Oh, no. I've been hoping, baby. I've been praying, baby. Yes, I have. Baby, won't you change your mind? Oh, no. I've been hoping, baby. Yeah. I've been praying down on my knees, praying that you change your mind. Oh, Lord have mercy. I'll do better if you change your mind.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Todd Stroger, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Maze said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah. Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you can put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked is so bad, we got lactose.
folks. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steel on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let this give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System the milk is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System the milk is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie, more in the building, plus DJ Reese the Ruler. Hey, y'all. What did y'all want to be when y'all grew up? Ruthie said she wanted to work with the kids. I didn't really want to work with the kids. Then when I got older, I recognized that there was a lot of young people that didn't have the opportunities that I had. So I was like, yo, we can make these street teams into a thing. Then it turned into another thing. And so he was like, dang, back to the drawing board. Because it's like, once we get together, it was like, I'm going to tell you, it was like, we was like, we started out, we could be a street team. Then we was like, one day, we was like, we could be a better team than that. And then it just
morphed.
Yes. We decided we wanted to be the new Rockefeller. And you know how everybody was just in between? Like they skirted that line. That's how we felt we were. But I want to know, what did you want to be when you grew up? Did you become it? Why or why not? Roosevelt, you on the Maze Jackson Show. What's up, my brother?
Hi, Maze. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Yeah, you know what? I was trotting the seas of my imagination, waiting for a whale of an idea to come by when I heard you pose that question. And I said, let me chime in. So I decided I would call you. When I was growing up, now, first you got to understand, I'm 80-some years old, so I was from another generation. And there was no vision for me other than just the sheer desire to survive and live. Now, as I grew up into the reality after the 60s that perhaps there was something I could do, I just wanted to be a good dad, a good father, and so forth. But I moved through that stage, and spiritually I became awakened, and I wanted to be instrumental in raising the consciousness of humanity just a step further, starting first with my brothers, my race, and then to the earth. That was my desire. Obviously, I retired as a federal investigator.
Uh-oh.
And of course,
you kind of hear that one. Cool. Who did you investigate?
Well, I was an equal employment opportunity investigator.
Oh, that's good.
Discrimination, and it was quite fulfilling because my success was in the rewards of those who got reparation, so it was immediate gratification for my ego. But I just say, I'm still in the fight, and like I say, every day, and let me say something else, Maze, that I think you to be a channel to something very metaphysical happening amongst our people, because there is a revelation, an evolution in process. And the question is, how do we place ourselves in the presence of that? And when I hear you, man, look here, you open the doors to all kinds of imaginations. And in my 81 years, I never heard a black man more succinctly deal with the issues at the sub-primary level as you do. And I just say, hooray, to Ruthie, you too. I enjoyed the whole show. Thank you for taking my words, and you'll be hearing from me as you keep stimulating my mind. Bye.
Thank you, Roosevelt. We appreciate you, man. Hey, launch the Ruthies, man. We gonna start dropping Ruthies on mugs.
Only for the kids, Maze. Honestly, I reserve my energy and my passion.
I noticed. We said that yesterday. They was like, Ruthie was asleep. She woke up yesterday. I was like, good Lord, it's hot in here.
You know, it's just, I just look at young people as needing advocates. So I consider myself to be an advocate of people, but mostly an advocate of young people. So it's kind of like you ain't about to say nothing bad about no black kids in front of me. Like, we could talk about it, but not in front of me.
No, we can talk about it.
That's like the energy I take.
I see that.
But we have different offline. We have offline conversations a lot, and I know y'all wish y'all could be privy to the breaks to get a more 360 dimensional view.
A metaphysical view of our conversation. So it's funny because this is part of my, like, I swear to God, yesterday I could not shake this conversation, right? Because I was thinking about, where does the change occur? Right? And the change occurs in youth. And it's almost like the things that we argued about and fought and wish we would have done but probably didn't do in the 90s, I'm watching them do it, and now I feel like I'm somewhere in the space of nervous because now I'm on the other side of the hill. And I'm like, whoa, I don't know if and I don't want to be the hindrance of progress. And then I also got to talk about the violence, which the Natalie Moore thing did a lot for me too. That article, because I just keep thinking about the 90s. Hey, yo, like in the 90s, we survived. Now, there was a lot of people that didn't. But it was also part of what forged us. And there always have been streets, and I just don't think we got the 50 round. We didn't have the 50 round drums, which is probably the 50 round drum and medical technology probably balance it out. But I want to, we're going to talk about that some more too. But who'd you want to be when you grew up? And did you get there? Because I actually think about, like, how many things that I didn't even know exist. I feel like I had a pretty good understanding of life and opportunities. And I never forget when I got to University of Illinois, and everybody like, what's your major? I said, I'm going to be a history major. And people go, I'll be engineering. And a dude said, I want to be an actuarial scientist. Mm-hmm. I was like, the hell is an actuarial scientist? I mean, he was confident. I was like, black people can't do that. And I was thinking, with all of my access to information and knowledge from Bolingbrook, because that was the greatest high school ever. Hold it. We ain't talking about you, K3. Just chill.
Y'all got nice football field.
We got nice everything. Thank you very much. Anyway, back to before I was so rudely interrupted. I was thinking about, where does a child from Parkway find out have the opportunity to explore his potential? And I'm going to talk about a little bit more when we go further into that, because I was thinking about capitalism. Do you think capitalism is a driver for our young people right now?
I think so. I remember doing like career exploration stuff in school. And this was back when you had to have them. It was books, like them BLS books what I'm trying to say is that nowadays a lot of this stuff is like online. So it's kind of, career exploration is like easier than ever nowadays.
If you know what to look for, though.
If you have a phone and an internet connection.
But Ruthie, this is where I'm going to. Mm-hmm. Your imagination. Mm-hmm. Right? And if your imagination doesn't say, like, it's so much stuff on Amazon that I'd be like, I didn't even know they did that. I didn't even know you could buy one of them. You could buy anything on Amazon. But if you don't even know to go to look at Amazon to be like, or if you don't know, go look in gadgets and gear for whatever, you would never know that you could treat your iPhone like a real video camera. And I think that's one of the challenges. Because I would be curious to know if you were to ask a lot of our young people who are in the life, what do they want to be when they grow up? I'm curious to know what that is and where do they see that example. Where did you? And like, did you? Because I know I got distracted on my path to becoming a lawyer. I kind of wound up, it was like the shoot for the moon and you always be in the stars. I was kind of in that space. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson show. What did you want to be when you grew up? Did you become it? Why or why not? Hello?
Good morning, Maze. Star. How you doing?
Hey, Star. How are you?
I'm good. I inboxed you on that PSA, so don't leave me hanging. I think we are looking for the Ruthie Mo for show. So looking forward to that one day.
I've been trying.
All right. So, yes. Yes, I became it, but I had to see it. So I know we might have a whole show one day about Jack and Jill and black folks and all that stuff. But when I went into Dr. Hill's house and saw his library, that's what inspired me to one day want a library like that in my house. I got lost in Dr. Hill's house. This is back in the early 70s. And I did a spreadsheet in the late 80s. Spreadsheet. I put lawyer and I put computer scientist. And I looked at how long you had to go to school, how much money you would spend, and how much money you would make. And I found out a computer scientist went to school for less time and made more money. So that's what I picked. That's what I am. I own a software company. But Ruthie makes a good point. Today, I mean, you're talking about the late 80s, early 90s. Today, they can find information about anything. And you said, okay, you don't know where to look. Maze, they know where to look for everything else. You're talking about young people. They know where to look and how to find everything else. They have to know where to look and how to find what they want to be and do. That's where I'm going to leave it.
Okay, I'm going to give it to you. Thank you. But I also got a question. If you haven't, what if you don't know what you're really looking for? I know this sounds really crazy, right? But if all the adults around you reside in the same space and you don't see people leave and go to work or go out into the world, and you know how everybody says they ain't left the neighborhood, etc., and most of these people have been, how does your imagination get fostered in that space? I'm just curious. I do feel like, you know, she was like, they know to go look for it. So my question would be, why don't they? And I'm asking why don't they, not in an accusatory manner, but why don't they from the standpoint of like actually answering the question? And that's why I say, do people know? Again, I didn't know what the heck an actuary scientist was. I knew that there was a doctor, a lawyer, a cop, or whatever, like the people, a grocery store owner, or whatever. But to get out into that big old world and be like, hey man, did you know that there's a job where you could blow glass? That you can actually make or manufacture these things that you do? Where do you find that out? If you don't get it from school, because your school is just pushing you through, and you don't get it from your parents because your parents haven't necessarily experienced it either.
Where do you get it from? What are the layers that insulate young people?
That's what I'm asking.
And what happens when they fail?
That's what I'm asking. So here's me.
So that's why mentorship is so important. Like, it's not an easy job. It's like, it's not an easy thing to do, to guide a whole young person through life, because you're like, I got my own kids to do this. I'm trying to get myself through life. But if more of us don't catch those young people, we gonna keep on being in this situation. Because systemically, like, the system is like failing to catch them. Because once your school fails you, what you got left? Maybe you might have family members or something. Maybe you might be a part of some type of community center, community organization, or church or something. Or you about to get caught by the juvenile detention center.
Or you going to become the ops.
So at all of those points, true intervention is necessary. And again, the best intervention programs that I've seen have been grant funded or research studies. And that's a problem. Because
Wait,
money,
say that again. The best funded, you said?
So I'm a proponent for intervention programs. Like when you see a young person off of a path, when you see a family slipping through the cracks, you got to intervene in a major way. So whatever that looks like.
Now, let me ask a question. When you say intervene, does that mean I come into your home and say, structure your program?
I think different families have different needs, but intervention is necessary. Like sometimes before some young kids get out of control, where the parent is like, I don't know what to do with this, there have been signs and things that have been happening. So during some of those early signs, we got to intervene. So some people might intervene. It might get a kid some medicine. Like, you know, that's an intervention that people try to use. Like they might get a kid an IEP. Like, you know, so it's different. They might infuse a bunch of different resources into the home. Like it's just different interventions that might be necessary. And they have to be holistic. Like,
not a whooping.
Holistic, meaning if it is a whooping, they gotta come with something else.
A helicopter. Your kid need a helicopter whooping. You know the kind where you go around in a circle.
It can't just be that. It gotta be like, it gotta be holistic.
Okay,
like,
after I get through whooping your butt, don't be quiet before I give you something.
I mean, it depends, like what they get
and
the
then you go
whooping
take
for.
them to dinner.
Like what they get the whooping for. Like it's so difficult because a lot of it is case by case. And if you already got overcrowded schools and overworked staff, sometimes those places where you catch young people fail them. And I can't necessarily blame the teachers, you know, I can't necessarily blame the guidance counselors who got a caseload of 50, like they can't necessarily do them specific touch points for this person and their family. Like it's not easy. So if we gonna put the resources in the school to be able to do that, then we gonna have to build the schools up to capacity. But again, you know how the saying go, how you send your kids to the enemy to be educated. And now we relying on the school system to fix these broken families. Is that necessarily right to put all that on the backs of the school systems and the teachers? Is that right? I don't know. But I just know that school is a touch point for a lot of young people. And that's where a lot of interventions happen. Because once you stop showing up for school, it's a process that happens. Whether that be you getting a phone call home, something happens. So school is such an important place. So if our schools are out of whack and we know we send our kids to the schools for these interventions, for these meals, like we gotta get our schools together. Or not. Let's maybe not focus on the schools. Maybe put them resources back in the homes. So now we literally are doing parental intervention.
So let's back up. Do you think that there should be required parenting classes?
That could be an intervention.
Okay. We're going to talk about that a little bit later. I want to mix into this conversation. I got a question. Is there still dignity in work? Right? Is there still dignity in work? One of the things that I learned growing up was that there was dignity in a fair day's work for a fair day's pay. Now, what you call fair here and there, that could be debatable.
But that matters, though.
We're going to talk about it. Is there still dignity in work? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. We're going to take a quick break, plus some news, traffic, and weather from DJ Reese the Ruler. We'll be back with the Maze Jackson Show.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIIFTBPM.
WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me. WIIFTBP. Media's just for you and me.
Black-owned and operated Solo Beauty, where you are appreciated and respected. Located at 8158 South Cottage Grove, Solo Beauty can supply all of your black hair care needs. Solo Beauty is open from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m., Tuesday through Saturday.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media Radio? The time is now 7:35 a.m. and I'm Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. In sports, the Chicago White Sox hosted the Oakland A's for a four-gamer. The Sox looking for a sweep as Oakland's Matt Olson will hit a go-ahead homer in the seventh, and the Sox will fall 5-4. In traffic on the Kennedy, still an accident, so O'Hare to the Loop is 84 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare just 30. Still an accident on the Eden as well. That's inbound from Deerfield to Exchange is 81 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield will be 31. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop is an hour. Back out to Thorndale is just 40 minutes. On the Stevenson, from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 46 minutes. Outbound will be 35. On the Bishop Ford, from I-80 to the Dan Ryan is 33 minutes. 29 minutes back out to I-80. On the Dan Ryan, it's 18 minutes to the Loop and 16 minutes back to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive is locked at 8 minutes always. That's 55th to Jackson, Jackson to 55th, as well as Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph. Today's weather, it is currently 75. And today will be a high of 84 and a low of 72. I'm Reese the Ruler, and that was your traffic, weather, and sports update. Now let's sit back and get addicted. We're slick.
I mean, I know that you're here with me and everything, but since you just left a few hours ago, I've just been going crazy. And I done come to realize one thing. I miss you. Yeah. Ooh, baby. Oh, darling. Whoa. 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 Your love must be some kind of drug, baby. 'Cause it just keeps on calling me. And I just need a hit of your love. It's got me shaking and feeling for your touch. Baby, of you I can't get enough. It feels like I done OD'd on you, babe. I'm addicted. Can't stop loving, 'cause I can't get enough of you, babe. 'Cause I'm so addicted to you. This must be love. 'Cause I can't get enough of your loving. I'm so addicted. Can't stop loving. I need you right now, baby. 'Cause I'm so addicted to you. You're always on my mind, my mind, my mind, every day. It's been too long since I had you in my arms, and I don't know if I can take any more of being without you. Even though it's only been an hour, it feels to me just like forever. And I am hoping that I can see you soon. See you soon. I'm so addicted. Lord have mercy. I can't be without you, baby. Oh no, not for a minute, not for an hour. I can't. I need to check myself into some kind of rehab. 'Cause I need some help. Somebody help me, please. Please. La 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 la. I need to testify this evening. Oh Lord, have you ever loved somebody so much that you just can't get them off your mind? Oh, I'm so addicted. Oh Lord, 'cause I can't stop loving.
You are tuned in to the Maze Jackson Show. Reese the Ruler think he the director of the show, man.
Ruler? I mean...
Reese the Ruler. Is it a ruler? That's why I say DJ Reese on the thing. It don't say ruler because I'm the only ruler around here. That's right. I'm telling y'all, these women around here getting out of control.
You know, y'all stay battling for power.
No, we don't.
You just stole my crown back here, yo.
First of all,
y'all stay power tripping with each other. Women don't have them kind of problems.
No.
We don't.
Yes,
no,
yes.
Women will share power, or women understand that power is fleeting. We ain't battling egos. We ain't
Yes,
gonna
y'all do.
all
Let
that.
a man. Women be getting along all day long. Let a man walk.
I ain't say
around.
nothing about no man.
See?
I ain't bring no man into this.
Because you know what happened.
No,
you know
that's
what
not
happened.
true.
When the kings arrive, the queens scatter. They get to running around scurrying. They be like, "Do we get the king, the duke, or the prince?"
I mean, most of y'all start off as jokers. And some of y'all need to work y'all way up to paupers before some of y'all can even get to kings.
See how the sisters do it.
I'm just saying.
Ruthie been around here body slamming people.
You gotta kiss a lot of frogs sometimes. It's just
Ruthie around here bossing. Ruthie around here just busting the brothers down.
No,
you know I
love black men.
That's not what you say when it's pension conversations.
I like pensions too. I told you my generation, we ain't gonna have no pensions. I don't even know what a pension is.
That means you gonna have to have a 60-year-old man.
I know. Or like 50, because I know the ones who 50 now probably might be grandfathered into one of them old school pensions.
Them old school pensions.
You got a pension, Reese?
I had one, but
but the way
but the way society set up, you know.
Way capitalism works.
What happened to it?
No, so I was with CTJ for a minute, so I had me a little pension for it. I still got it. I just,
you gotta get smoked.
No, I'm just waiting until I get a little old. I don't need it right now.
Oh, see?
No. You work for CT. You need some more time. You need another city job or a state job. You let us know. We get you in there so you get that bad boy up. All right, y'all. It's the mate. I'm telling you, them city pension. I mean, you get to retire at 55 when you with the city if you stay straight through.
Reese, you better do it.
Plugged in, yo.
What's like though? No, because Reese around here, he run around here directing the show, so he gonna tell me he directing the show. He inviting guests. Do we got somebody coming on today, Reese? I gotta check.
No, next week though. We pretty booked up next week. Actually, I'm looking. I think I need to put Ruthie in that chair.
Go ahead. Ruthie, you want to send it? So on, and then on the first, right? You hit Ruthie up, and you be like, yeah. See me? Look, y'all. Ruthie be like, nigga, I don't even get paid around here. What is you talking about? It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my co-host, Ruthie Moore, and DJ Reese the Ruler. Hey, y'all. Is there still dignity in work? I was reading the article, and they said that work has changed forever since COVID. They said that in the office from now on is really not a reality every day, that we'll probably move to 2 days a week from home. Which I think is a direct response to, actually, it's weird because I think it's a direct response to white collar workers and not frontline workers, because frontline workers still got to go.
Mm-hmm.
Right? The people who are most impacted, who have the luxury of working from home, use the time that they work from home to make sure that the frontline workers still got to work. Because if I'm home and I ain't got to go to the office, I might as well go into the rest hour on. I might as well go to the bookstore. I might as well go take the L downtown. And so when I look at work, and I'm telling y'all, yesterday's conversation really weighed on me again. I feel like maybe my experience has been not as normal as I thought. I will tell you that throughout my entire life, from working at McDonald's and Burger King in high school where I smell like a hamburger, to right now at What's in It for the Black People Media, I have been fortunate enough to do jobs that I like or love. So when I hear the dignity of work, I really only see it through that perspective. Right now, my parents used to make me do stuff that I hated, that I was like, why do I have to sweep the patio when the leaves is gonna fall after I get through sweeping, and you're gonna be mad at me when I come home? I can't sweep at 10 and no leaves gonna fall from 10 to 6 o'clock at night, and then you be like, it didn't get swept up out here. So I used to hate that kind of work. My old man would be like, oh, sleep till it's Saturday. Oh, good, you get to sleep till 7:30. And then I need you to get up, and even though you can't cut the grass, I need you to walk behind me and pick up every stick. And I'd be like, you know the stick's gonna fall again, right? And whenever there was work to do in our house, chores, whatever, we didn't get to do anything until those things were done. I gotta ask you, and I would tell you that I believe that is that created what I call my work ethic, right? Like, there's not gonna be a time when people are working and I'm gonna just sit and watch them work. There's not gonna be like, people be like, that's not my job. But if I see you and there's something to be done, I'm usually gonna jump in and be part of the collective. But I start to think nowadays, and I watched The Fight for 15, and I'm really trying to think about my thought process on how we look at work. Because, I think of McDonald's as a great opportunity for a kid to get started. But McDonald's doesn't seem to be that anymore. It seems to be the location where adults who have to survive go. Hence the Fight for 15. Hence all of the activity around the frontline workers. Let me ask you, is there dignity in work? Period. Regardless of your job. Talk to me. I'm gonna start with you, Ruth and Mo, because I know you.
I don't know. I don't know. It depends on what your job is. I mean, picking up. I think it's important for young people to have, like, I don't know about picking up sticks, but maybe you want to be coming a lawnmower, so maybe it was like a functional purpose to that or something. But I think that those types of things are very valuable, like learning how to pick up your toys and
what
washing
about
the
picking?
dishes.
What about if you live on the side of an expressway, right? And people throw their garbage out, and it lands in your yard.
Oh my goodness, yes.
You think but you didn't put it there.
Yeah, but it's still your yard though.
Is there dignity in work?
And you considering that to be work, right?
I'm considering that to be work for for somebody under.
Oh yeah,
16.
definitely. Oh, that's definitely valuable. Absolutely.
Is there value in going to a job that you don't like? Is there value in that? Don't be giving me them eyes, Ruthie.
I mean, because I think that's where it get a little shaky. Because I think that in the system, the way that the world of work is designed, like in shift work, I think you spend way too much time away from your home. I just feel like we spend way too much. I think our 40-hour work weeks, like, to me, are too long. I think that in the flexibility of like remote work, I think that's more of a balance to the working world. But I think long gone are the days of 8-hour clocking in, clocking out shifts for stuff that can literally be done at your house.
Okay.
It's absurd to have to travel an hour somewhere to go sit and do something that you could do at your kitchen table or in your home office or in your bedroom. I think if you want to go into an office, that should be your choice. And again, like you said, it is a level of privilege associated with those remote work jobs because everybody can't be remote. Some people literally have to go into work.
So what is that determined by?
I really think I've seen high level jobs they got to still go into work, and I've seen low level jobs that have to go into work. But you see, it's like a shortage of like workers, right? In like fast food places.
Yeah,
and
did
like
you see
in the service industry?
Did you see in Elk Grove Village they just passed a law that says that 19 and 20-year-olds can now serve liquor?
They it's that much of a shortage, huh?
Because it's that much of a shortage of employees, and so they're taking in new people. They got to go through the training. But I was thinking about our conversation yesterday, Ruthie, about the whole get it from the mud. And it's interesting. I think I was a little thrown back yesterday because that was probably the first time that I heard that. Like, honestly, the words get it from the mud.
What? People say that all the time.
Ruthie, not to me.
Get it out the mud.
Yeah, I had never, I'm just saying, I real talk, no shade. I'm telling you, I had never really heard that before. Now, do you think everyone should have to work for their existence on this planet or in Illinois, Chicago?
What do you mean by work for
do
their
you
existence?
Have right like could you put in 30 hours a week and then get a universal basic income that guaranteed you a house, a transportation, and food?
I'm for a universal basic income, absolutely.
But I'm saying like, and if with that universal basic income, should you have to work or should it just be granted to you?
You know what? That's a really good question. I'm not sure what it would look like, but I'm definitely for it.
Okay, but I'm saying in the event that the federal government gave us all a house, enough food to eat, and clothing, would there still be value in work?
Yeah, because I think that for some people that would just be that cushion that's necessary for a lot of us to get out of that cycle of just surviving. I think we tired of surviving and we trying to thrive. So undergirding the system in that way would help so many of us.
So do you think people would work if they didn't? If they had a universal basic income?
Yep, I think some people would.
Or excuse me, if they, not universal basic income, because universal basic income is like $1,000. I'm talking about if the federal government were to pay for everything that was basic, you think people would still work? I think people would still work. Do you think there would be people who would not work?
Of course. I do. I think we should get a universal basic income every month. I think housing costs need to be stabilized. I think just like how CPS was giving out the link cards to the kids because they got free, I think that should be standard. Like everybody should have their food subsidized in a way. Like we shouldn't be worried about food, housing, or medical care.
Do you think that would create, I'm not going to debate that. I think that's 100% okay. It does not seem, though, to me, to create the scenario that helps us thrive.
We ain't never tried it. We've never tried it. Most of those programs are reserved for like the least of.
Did it work? Like when you say those programs are reserved for the least of,
yeah, you gotta be.
Do those things work?
It is more advantageous sometimes to not go to work because of the cost of daycare. What type of world do we live in? The world, it's the world. It ain't the people. I know people who literally cannot afford it is crazy expensive. It should be criminal, honestly.
So if you're not super poor, like that's why I feel bad for the people who in the middle, because it ain't even really a middle. It's the top of you at the top of the bottom. And them people most of the time don't qualify for programs. So it's like, you know what? Either I can struggle through this or I could just stop working and go and drop down to the next tier so I can get free, so I can get subsidized housing, I can get medical, I can get childcare. We put people in positions, whereas you gonna have to work 2 or 3 jobs just to get your basic needs met. Now, when are you spending time with your family? You still might have to get your food stuff subsidized because you still qualify even though you work in these 2 jobs. So when you say is there dignity in work, there's no dignity in that. Now you can say, okay, this is just my temporary situation. I'm gonna work myself out of this. Okay, fine, that's fine.
Yeah, I don't think that you can get out of a hole with the same effort as it takes to walk on flat land. So I think like to get ahead, there's going to be a point where you're going to have to exert extra effort and go above and beyond to escape. So even if I feel like, because I was just thinking like, if you drop down to that tier of you're getting the federal programs and all of that good stuff, it seems to me that it would still create the floor.
What you mean by the floor?
Like that to me would still be the floor. And I guess what you hit on is the fact that people would. I'm curious to know how many people, if they knew that every of their basic needs were met, how many people would still work. I do feel like there is a dignity in work, and I think that there is a I don't think that you succeed by being average. And so I think that no matter what the basic number is, there'll probably be something. Because I think we could open up federal daycares, right? But I feel like they've become warehouses or local daycares.
But see, I think it's about reimagining what these could look like. The same way we could talk about reimagining like what the world of work looks like. Why can't we reimagine what some of these systems look like? Like people have so much fear. Well, if you give people universal basic income, then people ain't gonna work. That's not my concern. My concern is not the people who ain't gonna work. My concern is the people who would then be able to use that to get out of the rat race.
And is I guess I think it all depends on your level of what you want to achieve and what is success to you, right? Because I think some people probably would just be okay with, as long as I got a place to eat, sleep, and change clothes, I'm good. And I think there'll always be people that'll be like, this isn't enough. Reese, is there still dignity in work?
Yeah, it just all depends on the person and all depends on your aspirations and stuff like that. You know, like you said, I think one of the most terrible things is going to a job that you hate. And trust me, I did it a lot. But that also helps you build character. You know, you just learn, like you sound like she said it just for the situation at that time. Well, some people may have to use it as a basic income. But like you see, people that make Donald. So, I mean, I believe it's the person on like how you view it. So it can be to some people, but and like not to everybody.
Yeah, I think as it relates to dignity of work, if there's 2 people, if there's 2 slots, I want the first one. And if I gotta put in more time, more effort, I do. I think that what I got to get away from is having the expectation that people have the same goals and desires, and the things that I want for them may not be what they want for themselves, right? And so it's just an interesting thing, because I do feel like I have always had the privilege of getting up and being excited about what I'm going to do. And I think when I was reading the comments the other day, people was like, well, goody for you, because that's not the experience of everybody else. And so I'm going to acknowledge that, right? I'll acknowledge that, but I will say that the thing that I did learn somewhere down the path was that it takes me the same amount of time to apply for jobs that I don't want as it does for apply for jobs that I do. And fortunately, in that process, and I've always had the philosophy, never do something that you don't really want to do as a job, because it won't be work when you have to do it. But I've always also operated from the entrepreneurial mindset. So I'm trying to wrap my mind around the concept of universal basic income and just everybody catching up. Because I recognize yesterday's conversation really sat in a different place for me.
I don't agree with probably universal, like everybody has one set income, because everybody don't wake up and do what you do. Everybody ain't up at 4 o'clock in the morning trying to do something. Everybody. So if you get a universal, I believe it'd just be more lazy people now. You know, I believe that like maybe you should get something, but like not like universal. Like I'm gonna give you this, pay for your house, pay. Nah.
Let's talk about it when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, and I think Reese, you're taking. So I feel like I don't want to take the worst case scenario. Right, which is if we're going to give a universal basic income, not nobody, but people wouldn't do anything. I want to talk about that though when we come back. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIFTBPN.
Broken screen, crash system. Are you in need of spyware or virus removal from your computer? Well, contact RPC Computer Repair in South Shore and let us help you with all your computer repair services and print needs. Need office or print production services, copies, scans, fax, or even notary service? Then stop by and support RPC Computer Repair and Print Shop, located 1741 East 71st Street in the 71st Street corridor, newly revitalized South Shore areas, and let RPC be your one-stop shop, where we believe RPC is your PC. RPC Computer Repair is also a UPS access point where you can drop off and pick up your important packages. So let RPC be of service to you. Call RPC Computer Monday through Saturday, 8 a.m. through 6 p.m. at 773-966-4457. That's 773-966-4457. Visit RPC at rpccomputeringinc.com for more information.
Steve Stanton.
Let's reminisce. Yeah. Woo. See, I remember the first day we met, a Thursday night at the club I'll never forget. Do you remember the words that I said? One night in my bed you'll never regret. And you, with your pretty brown eyes, I knew, baby, you would change my life. And you opened up my eyes to see I'm excited for our future, but I love our history. Let's throw back to the day that we first met. Let's throw back, I never will forget. Let's throw back to when we fell in love. Let's throw back, babe. I wanna throw back, babe. Is it just me? Don't you miss those nights sexing on the beach, playing Isley Brothers in between the sheets? And now we're taking flights from London to Belize, and we're popping bottles, endless shopping sprees. Still sexy as can be. I knew you're still the only one for me. Yeah. I'm feeling lucky as can be. I'm excited for our future, but I love our history. Yeah. To the day that we first met, let's throw back. I really wanna know. Let's throw back. Let's go back. Let's throw back. Let's go. I wanna go. Oh, come on now. We were making making love. To the first time we let's reminisce of the whip. Making love. Come on now. Let's throw back. All I wanna do is throw it back. That's all I wanna do. Come on now. Let's throw back, babe. I wanna throw back, babe. Let's throw back, everybody. Let's throw back. If you love somebody, let's throw back. Talk about the love. Let's throw back. Let's throw. I wanna throw back. Reminisce on how it used to be. Oh yeah.
And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:06 a.m. and I'm Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports, traffic, and weather update. In sports, the Chicago Cubs lose to the Oakland A's as they fall to them 5-4. On the traffic, still an accident on the Kennedy. O'Hare to the Loop is up to 90. Outbound to O'Hare, though, is 27. On the Eden, inbound from Deerfield to Exchange is also up. That's at 90 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield will be 40. On the Eisenhower, from Thorndale to the Loop is 76 minutes. Back out to Thorndale is just 33. On the Stevenson, from I-355 to the Dan Ryan, that will be 50 minutes. Outbound will be 38. On the Bishop Ford, from I-80 to the Dan Ryan is 34, 29 minutes. Back out to I-80. On the Dan Ryan, it's 18 minutes to the Loop, 16 minutes back out to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive still locked in always at 8 minutes. That's on the south 55th to Jackson and Jackson to 55th, as well as the north. That's Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph. Today's weather, it was currently 77 degrees. It's mostly sunny. Expect a high of 84 with a low of 72. I'm Reese the Ruler now. Let's get back to the baddest morning show in the land, the Maze Jackson Show.
Back to the Maze Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show in the morning. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Maze Jackson. Maze Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
If you ain't trying to help us, don't even try to be around and can't protect us. We see the lies, not other politicians. We need money and no symbolism. It's Maze, it's Sonia, and Ruthie, and Todd, explaining how we all come from God, giving us tools to beat the odds. If we're united, our movement gon' stop. If they ain't trying to help us, they ain't trying to do nothing. We gotta do something, we gotta stop running. It's time to confront the problem. Really, you expect your oppressed to solve them?
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the Maze Jackson Show. Now, look, y'all. We got a phone call coming in at about 8:15. DJ Reese, so you gotta be on the phone lines looking for. Hold on, cause I gotta make sure I got it right. I got the right worshipful Bill Harlan. He is from the most worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Illinois. He's gonna be talking about their 5K bike run walk-a-thon for prostate cancer at about 8:15. So Reese, when that call comes in, let me know. It'll be on the phone lines. Hey y'all, this is the Maze Jackson Show. Reese, you a millennial. Ruthie, you a millennial. Man, Ruthie been around here making me. Yeah, I feel like I'm capitalist indoctrinated. I just don't even know where to go in this world. I'd be like, I don't know. Reese, you have a little different opinion on the whole universal basic income. What's your thoughts? You don't think? I think
people won't work. Like people won't do nothing. I'm reading these comments. The people like, yeah, I do what I do for free now. Like, no, you wouldn't. The fact that you got everything paid for, like, you be like, you know what, I really don't need it, and then like it'll be how you feel. So like, imagine the person that don't really need nothing. Like, I just stay in my house. Jobs would fall, because now it's like, if this is already getting paid for, why should I go to work? Education, like if I'm gonna get grown and get what I need to get when I'm grown, why should I go to school? If the basis is gonna already give it to me, then what's the point?
That's interesting. I would tell you that my thought on the whole thing is, if you gave a universal basic income, the people that are destined to succeed, that were gonna succeed, are gonna succeed regardless. I think that if you raise the mean, like if you raise the average score for everybody, the people, I feel like it just pushes everybody up. Now, what it will do is pull people out of subsistence. Let me ask you a question. Do you think universal basic income would have an impact on the violence?
I think it'd go up.
What?
I think it'd go up.
Why do you think it would go up?
Because I ain't got nothing, man. People ain't got nothing else to do. I'm a drug dealer now. I get drug dealers.
Okay, Reese, you seem like you on the race to the bottom.
No, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, nobody ever thinks, everybody always say, hey, I got this big, great idea, and nobody ever thinks about the negative. Like, I got all this. So you be like, hey, but like, what about this? Oh, man, you negative. Like, no, but this could happen.
That's me.
And then when it comes, and then, you sitting there like, and now it's here. You like, oh, okay. So now when I was trying to say that these are also outcomes of it, I was the crazy one. Then when it comes, oh man, what are you fit? So now y'all want a basic income after y'all already said the youth is lost.
I didn't say that.
But I'm just saying. So
And I didn't. And let's back up. Can I back up though? Because I really need to frame that too. Because I do not feel like the youth are lost. I think we have a segment of our community that commands a high amount of attention for some very destructive behavior. But part of what I was saying yesterday was that I feel like there's more young people that are doing good that we don't even talk about, who don't get resources pushed against them as compared to that. So I don't think that the whole young generation is lost. Shucks. I think y'all are the young generation, right? But you not the young generation no more, Ruthie?
Man, me and Reese out here old in these streets now.
Facts.
What? Y'all ain't old in these streets.
I need a nap every day.
So, Reese, why do you feel so pessimistic, and Ruthie, you feel so optimistic? Because y'all both from the same but y'all still from the same generation, sort of. Yeah. So why optimism, and why Reese, what have you seen in life that you feel like? I feel like you got a pessimistic view of how black folks are.
No, I just seen a lot of every outcome. I always look at every outcome. I don't know, like I hope for the best, but I always prepare for the worst. And I believe like a lot of people don't prepare for the worst, and then when it comes to them and smack them in the face, they panic because they don't know how to handle it because they didn't prepare for it. So I'm always hoping for the best, but I always am realistic that something couldn't happen. And then when you like mention it, like they like, nah, man, don't bring that up. Like it could happen. Like let's.
But then when it can and it does happen, and you mention it, it's almost like you condemning, right? Like we know that if A, B, C, and D happen, the most likely outcome is E. We do. But if you say that out loud, you are condemning the youth. You have written them off.
No, because it might not be true.
I feel like, right.
A plus B plus C.
So I'm moving to the optimistic side, right? And I'm saying, so here's the same person who was whooping on me, Maze, you writing off to all the youth. Look, I'm saying give them the basic income. Reese like, if you give them basic income, they gonna all be drug dealers and they gonna be terrible. I'm saying, yesterday. No.
Reese, you funny.
Y'all yesterday, Reese saying the same stuff I said yesterday, but why you gonna intervene the youth? I'm saying give everybody what they need. Because this is what I'm gonna tell you is gonna happen. If there was universal basic income, there are going to be the people that are going to try to flip it, right? I recognize that when that check comes, somebody is going to say, give me that. I could turn this 1,000 into 2,000, which I could turn into, and then I got another one coming. There's going to be those people, and out of those people, 1 out of 10 is going to flip it. The other one's going to flip to jail. That's how I would do my math if I was doing it. There's going to be the people that say, ooh, I already got a job, so I'm going to take this, I'm going to put this to the side, and this is going to start to be my nest egg. Then there's going to be the people that say, this gives me my ground floor to go out and become the entrepreneur, right? I'm going to tell you that there's a lot of outcomes in that space, but I am practical. And I think, so when we talk about reimagining the housing, I think when we first saw the projects come out, we saw them as they were nice and everybody was happy to move there. And then over time, and it was free and $30 rent and all kind of that same thing, we saw it degrade. But what we also saw was the government pull resources away from it, so it started to slide. But I also have seen the reimagined version, like when they knock down all the stuff and put it in the neighborhood and sprinkle it. Then, whether they move into regular houses or not, what you've seen is some of those neighborhoods have suffered. Our neighborhoods have suffered. And here's what I don't want to do. I don't want to be the old person that was like, get off my grass. Now, I am going to say get off my grass. You can stay on the outline, but not the inline, right? The one where So I'm trying to find trying to find a space where we exist, where we can collaborate. I don't know if I will ever say that the dignity of work goes away. And I also feel like we got to restore the natural order of things in our communities. Like the 17-year-old or the 16-year-old first job can't be competing with the 35-year-old person who is still trying to figure it out. Or was trapped in a situation that never allowed them to get out. Yeah, man. How much? What would make you straight every month? Like, not balling, but straight. What, like, baseline? Like, and let's say this. How about this one? What if your universal basic income was where you picked? Like you can't live on the Gold Coast, right? But you can live, well, shoot, actually you can, because you can live on the Gold Coast right now with a voucher. But if universal basic income, how much do you think it would take, ballpark, for a black person in Chicago to have their basic needs met? 8 stacks a month?
Mm-hmm. Depending on where you stay at, depending on what you value, you know.
No, I'm saying, but it's now it ain't bells and whistles. It's like, I'm not buying you a mansion. Like, you got 3 kids, you got a 3-bedroom. You got 2 kids, you get a 2-bedroom. Well, you get a 3-bedroom. 2 kids. No, the kids got, anyway. $5,000 a month. Do you think if we gave every family $5,000 a month that it would end crime? Not end crime. Would it stop the cannibalization, right? Because I think when I listen to Salim, and I think even when I listen to Ruthie, it's like we down so bad. Like, and I'm not talking about just the mama. I'm saying like person. If everybody had $5,000 a month to take care of their living expenses right? I feel like you can get an apartment, a decent apartment, You can pay your rent. You can pay. Do you think that would be enough to solve the issue of interpersonal violence? How about this? If we gave everybody in Parkway $5,000 a month, and I'm just going to use them as an example because they were.
They would rob each other until one person try to get all the $5,000. Like, I mean, I believe that some would do exactly what you say. Some would try to flip it. Some would try to do it. Some would say, you know what, this is my way to get out. I'm going to do it. But I believe it really all depends on, I don't believe that we have this idolized vision that if I give everybody a basic income, like the world is going to be normal. Like the crime is going to go down and stuff like that.
Does it drop significantly?
No, I don't think it drops in there. How does $5,000 make crime stop?
Well, I'm saying that we're saying that people are on the edge of existence, right? Like if all of these young people who are fighting to survive and live could now take the pressure of mama not paying the bills, take all of the pressure of not being able to, like all the stuff that we hear. I feel like, is this an economic issue? I'm going to say it's not as simple as an economic issue. Talk to me, Ruth.
I was going to say it's also about how it's about inflation.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a big part of it. So if when you say is there dignity in work, no, there's no dignity in working for $10 to $15 an hour if you know that you still at the end of the day can't pay for things that you need because of inflation and how the cost of things have increased and wages have not kept up with the increased costs of things.
That's why I'm taking that out though. I'm saying right now we're not even on so we moved from dignity of work to basic income. Cause I'm really trying to get to what are the tools that we can use in our mix?
But some of the tools also got to be talking about inflation. Like it's not a one size fits all universal basic income. Let me solve all the problems of the world. Like it's not gonna be that easy. It's always gonna be people that finesse the system. But just as much as I can name 5 families that's probably gonna jag it off, I could probably also name 5 people that'll do something right with it because they would benefit from being undergirded by the system. Whether you got student loan debt,
so I'm giving
whatever it is.
So I'm giving you the economic undergird. I think let's say that the universal basic income rises with the cost of inflation. They tie it to the consumer price index. That's the money itself. Is it $10,000 a month? Right? I'm asking, is there a number? And I would say that because at 10, now you can send your kid to a private school, so they don't have to be trapped to the. Look, I'm asking, is it? I feel like there's a combination of economics, but I also think that there's a deep-seated something in us that we got to talk about, right? Because I don't even know that if I give you $10,000 a month in basic income, that the furniture store don't open up next door and they be like, here, let me get you this. I feel like there's a lot of things that we've been under.
That's why reparations is going to be a tough one because there's too many naysayers that's saying we shouldn't get it because of what we going to do with it and how we going to jag it.
No, I don't even feel like it's a
You see Reese shaking his head, yeah.
No. I feel like I've come to the point that you could do what you want to do, right, with the money. However,
we got a money problem in our community.
But that's what I'm trying to say.
But where does that money problem come from? It ain't like black people just don't. It's not like it's nothing wrong with all. It can't be something wrong with all of us.
Ruthie, that's not what I feel. What you said, that's not what I'm saying. That's not what I'm saying.
But y'all keep talking about how it ain't gonna work.
Ruthie, I haven't said what's not gonna work. I'm asking you what will work.
And I'm telling you what will work.
What?
Undergirding the system.
And I said, so give me a ballpark, right? And
you can't get no ballpark because it's a lot of factors that factor into it.
So, okay.
It's a lot of things that
so
factor
how do you
into
solve it? So what are the factors? And then here's me. So is it 20,000?
The same way they sent out them stimulus checks is how
is it 20?
Send us checks every month for
how
reparations.
Much? How much?
I don't know. It
and
depends.
And again, I don't care what you do with your money.
I'll let the actuarial scientists figure out the amount.
Okay, they came up with an amount. They already came up with an amount.
They came up with an amount for everybody. I'm talking about specifically for black people.
No, they came up with They weren't
I'm
trying
talking
to
about. I'm talking about reparations. I'm taking universal basic income into reparations because everybody get UBI.
Okay, so let's go to reparations. And here's my point: is it a money issue?
It's a society issue.
There we go.
Why is it that we down so bad? How all of us ain't got no money? Like, it's something wrong. Something ain't wrong with all of us. You should be the richest man in the world, Maze, as hard as you work.
This is not what I'm saying. I'm saying, so now, where does see, I feel like this. So now I'm saying I'm with your solution. I'm telling you I'm with your solution. And now you fighting me on the solution.
Because you want it to be so specific. But there's no number. There's no, like, the number that worked for you might not be the same for this person.
And
like, we're getting into the nuances of it. And right now, like, that ain't what I'm trying to figure out right now. I ain't trying to figure out the actual formula for calculating the amount. Can we at least just agree that this is what we need? We can't even agree that this is what we need because we already too worried about the outcome.
No, I haven't even said a word about the outcome. I said, what do we need? I'm saying,
money.
Is it a...
And then you're going to say, what's the amount? And I'm going to say, Maze, that's contingent. It depends. There's no set amount.
I wouldn't say money. I just think that we should get, like, college. If you really think about it, a lot of us
heck
come out of
no.
college.
Not college.
But why not?
Maybe skilled trades, maybe career, but it should not specifically be college because everybody ain't trying to go to college.
That's cool then. Maybe a career or you learn something but I don't believe that you give people, I believe that you give people a better opportunity than just money.
No, give me my check.
So I'm gonna have to push back. So I'm gonna say that they've already got the labor. They've already gotten their they've already pimped us, right? They built a whole universe on that. That's the basis of reparations to me, right? That's the money that you're owed, right? That money is owed to black people for your grandmama and granddaddy being slaves and building this country. You know, today I'm trying to get to how do we, like, what are the factors that solve it? If it's money, I was just thinking we just got $2 billion. Is $2 billion enough to solve the local problem? Because I'd be willing to put all of the Federal CARES Act money into it. If that meant that, if we thought that if we took the people that are, the communities that are, there's 5 communities that they spend $100 million a year on and locking up and incarcerating people. I'd be willing to pour the whole $2 billion into the community. What does the holistic restoration of our community look like? You know, I talk about money. Like, if somebody told me, is it $10,000 a month and I'm making it on 200 or 2,000, I think 10 works. That's me. I don't know. And I'm not necessarily trying to solve it, but I am asking you, like, if I gave you a blank check, is the solution to our challenge economic? I would say partially. But I would also say that I don't know that we've always had the economics ever in the country. And I think we've been able to build. I think it's been taken. I think it's been destroyed. I think that there are people that would destroy it. But I am curious from our standpoint, is money the key to our solution?
You see what not having it has done to us?
I would say not.
We need economic stability. We in like triage. We need economic stability. If I didn't have to worry about the high cost of health insurance, you can't even cough wrong if you ain't got no insurance or if you ain't got no Medicaid.
So I'm saying, okay, $10,000 a month health care in a card. You get health care. Again,
healthcare that's important.
I'm not debating it. I'm asking you see, here's me. At this point, I'm not fighting you. I'm saying, what are the elements? What are the tools? And how do we?
Food, shelter, healthcare. Those are 3 things that are like super duper important, that a lot of people work a lot of hours just to be able to maintain those three things.
How much should a person have to work?
How much?
Just like, so let's say for your universal basic income, like let's say I give you all of that plus I give you a check. How much should a person? This is for tickles and giggles. This ain't a real number.
Tickles and giggles.
I was gonna say shits and giggles, but I said tickles and giggles. Anyway, how many hours do you think is a ideal work week?
I understand work. Having grandparents that were sharecroppers, I get it. If you don't go outside and work, you're not going to eat. I get it. I understand that. My issue, though, is that we are not sharecroppers. I don't have to physically go out to work in order to reap what I sow, right? Now that if you extend that same concept into working in like a factory or something like that, there was a time when you could actually go work in a factory, punch that clock, put your 8 hours in, go home and take care of your family and be straight. We live in a society now where you can't do that. So the product is not equal to the labor. So that's why capitalism has really truly messed us up as a society. So when we talk about the dignity in work, it's not an equal exchange. And right now we see that the power is going back into the hands of the laborers and the workers.
I think that's at a certain level.
That's at every level. And just wait until these big corporations have to start paying a fair share.
I'm down with that. But here's what I'm saying. What you're describing realistically in my mind is not, that is the low end of the workforce.
What is?
The people that don't get equal pay for equal work.
You said that's what part of the workforce?
The low end of the workforce.
No, that is the majority of the workforce. That is the majority of the workforce. People are underpaid. That's why labor is oftentimes exploitive. That's why capitalism is exploitive. If you at the top, you generally are trying to have your profits. And that's why it's like, no, there's no dignity in working 40 hours. Once you go home, you too tired. You can't even pay daycare. There's no dignity in that.
I don't think that's everyone's existence.
Yeah, but everyone's existence also is not what you're talking about.
That's my point, though. I'm saying that what we're talking about, the existence that you're talking about right now, is really a lot of time. I would say that if you are, I would say that white collar workers probably don't get paid as much, but they're not at subsistence level. I think that the subsistence level employees are generally in the service industry. I don't think that everybody working.
Let me tell you why I disagree. Because of the cost of things like housing, childcare, education. Those things have outpaced even these white collar worker salaries.
I'm going to say that I think that the accommodations are often made for people at the much higher levels than at lower corporate rates. I mean, than at blue collar worker rates. I'm going to talk about it when I come back. And the reason I say this, and I'm not speaking for black folks now. Now I'm just saying, because every day I drive through the neighborhood and I be like, where's all this money coming from? Where are all these people that's making all this money that can afford this, and this? And this city is blowing up. Like, if you go outside of our neighborhoods, it's like everything you see coming here is somebody making. I don't know where the white folks make the money. I don't know where the people that be at the pool all day at work. So there's some money somewhere. I just think we ain't seeing it. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I got to go to the bathroom. We'll be back after these messages.
The Maze Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
WIFTBPN.
Maze Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like, man, he said. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. I be done had a heart.
You gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that? Yeah.
I don't like that.
Because I'm the boss of this thing.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right. Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning. And now, traffic and weather.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media family? The time is now 8:36 a.m. and I'm Reese the Ruler with your Chicagoland area sports weather and traffic update. The Chicago White Sox beat the Oakland A's yesterday. The Chicago White Sox hosted the Oakland A's as they was going for a 4-game sweep. But Oakland Matt Olson would hit a go-ahead home run and a 7 that the Sox will fall 5-4. Now on the traffic on the Kennedy O'Hare to the Loop is 90 minutes. Outbound to O'Hare is 21. On the Eden inbound from Deerfield to Exchange will be 89 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield will be 40. On the Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop is 72 minutes. Back out to Thorndale is still 33. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan is 62 minutes. Outbound will be 38. The Bishop Ford, I-80 to the Dan Ryan is 34 minutes, 29 minutes back out to I-80. The Dan Ryan, 18 minutes to the Loop, 16 minutes back out to 95th. DuSable Lakeshore Drive is still 8 minutes all around. That's 55th to Jackson to 55th. And Randolph to Bryn Mawr and Bryn Mawr to Randolph. For today's weather is currently up to 79 and sunny. Today, expect a high of 84 with a low of 72. I'm Reese the Ruler.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. Oh my God, Ruthie got me in trouble. She had me over here cursing at Reese and talking, and we forgot that we had a guest. I forgot we had a guest. Hey, on the live line, let me tell you what we have with us: the right worshipful Bill Harlan. He is the most worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Illinois, and he's here to talk to us today about something that's really important to us as Black folks, which is prostate cancer. They have got a 5K bike, walk, and run tomorrow. And so here to talk to us about us is right worshipful Bill Harlan. Bill, you on the Maze Jackson Show? Hello?
Yes, I am.
Hey,
Thank
man.
You.
First
Good
of all,
morning.
good morning, and let me apologize. We got caught up in the conversation and did not get to you right away. So talk to us. What you got going on tomorrow?
Tomorrow will be our 5th annual run, walk, bike, and roller skate walk for the prostate cancer awareness. And back in August 19th, 2017, one of our brothers, right worshipful brother Roland G. Simon, had an idea since several of his friends had prostate cancer. Several of my friends had prostate cancer. He said, why don't we do a prostate cancer awareness walk, run, ride, 5K to raise money so that we could give to research. And so he went to the current Grand Master at that time was Dwayne A. Smith. He saw the idea. He said, go. So, Right Worshipful Brother Roland D. Simon, who is the current Grand Master, said, let's get the show on the road. Because studies show that 1 in 4 African-American males over the age of 42 in the United States will be diagnosed with prostate cancer yearly, causing prostate cancer to be the leading cause of cancer-related deaths among the African-American males. All men, despite whether they are black or white or otherwise, despite their faith, their age, will be affected by prostate issues as they age and are urged to attend regular doctor appointments for detection and treatment. As prostate cancer continues to be the most common non-skin cancer in the African-American men, early detection and treatment are the path to a cure. We, the Prince Hall Masons of Illinois, seek to increase the recognition, education, and promotion of yearly screenings for prostate and colon cancer, as well as aid in the continued research of this disease. This year will be our 5th year hosting the prostate cancer walk, run, bike, and you could even skate. Our annual 5K is always held on the 3rd Saturday of August, simultaneously in 3 locations, Chicago, Decatur, and Champaign, Illinois. This is unique to any 5K, and we are setting the standard and recognized by the industry experts. This year's 5K will be held Saturday, August 21st, as you said. Registration begins at 7 a.m. and the race starts at 8 a.m. The sad part about that is that we, the team members, have to be there at 5:30. And the race, yes, early morning is not my strength. But let me just say that as Prince Hall Masons, the largest African-American Masonic organization in the world, we are eminently aware of the efforts of prostate cancer on us, our families, and our communities. Here in Illinois, we have joined efforts with our members and community partners to contribute financially to awareness, research, and early detection efforts. We continue to seek collaboration and community partners to contribute financially to the awareness and research of prostate cancer. The raised entry fee for participants is $25, and we will accept individual and corporate sponsorships in any amount. Our goal is to raise $25,000 or more annually in the fight against prostate cancer. All funds raised are donated to the medical facilities that provide screening, extensive research, and support in all areas of prostate cancer. And by the way, since we started this, we have 5 lives that we know have been saved as a result of our efforts. Registration is online. You can sign up by runsignup.com and search for the Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge of Illinois.
So
finally, in addition, I'm sorry.
Go ahead, finish.
Finally, in addition to the 5K race, we host a prostate cancer survivors luncheon titled Celebration of Life Luncheon during the Prostate Awareness Month. Our first Celebration of Life Luncheon held in 2019 was a tremendous success with over 250 in attendance. Some people came to the door, saw the room was crowded, wrote a check, and left. Some just reached in their pocket and dropped some money and left. Our speakers were Dr. Brian Moran of the Prostate Foundation and Dr. Terry Mason of Oak Forest Health Center of Cook County. Our next celebration of Life Luncheon will be held on.
Bill, I got to stop you because I'm running out of time. I want to make sure that everybody's got the information. So there is a prostate cancer bike, run, walk, and roller skate. It's a 5K tomorrow at the Grand Lodge located at 809 East 42nd Street. Now, y'all got to get there at 7 o'clock. Bill's going to get there at
East
5.
42nd Place. Don't go there. Hold me.
Okay, go ahead.
East 42nd Place.
Oh, I'm sorry. 809 East 42nd Place. Now, y'all got to get on out there. Get there at 7 o'clock because you got to register. And bring your check or your money for $25. And then you come on out there and y'all walk with the Masons. Come on.
I'm asking you to register as well.
I'm going to drop I will definitely
It's
register.
only $25.
Dang, you going to give me for $25? That was $50 worth of advertising right there. No, I'm just playing. I got you, brother. I will definitely contribute. And I think I'm going to contribute for Reese and Ruthie as well. So we're going to put in 75 so that we can beat, because prostate cancer is something that we got to keep people aware of. Now, real quick, you know that the brothers and sisters that tune into our show come from all different walks of life. I need you to do it for me very briefly. Tell me who exactly are the Prince Hall Masons, because a lot of times people get confused and don't understand and don't realize how much service that we put in. And I got to give a big shout out to Alpha and Omega 121, my own personal lodge. Talk to me, Most Worshipful, Right Worshipful, about what the Prince Hall Masons actually do. And I need you to do it for me quickly.
Quickly. We are a service organization. Our basic reason for being is service, brotherhood, and sisterhood. We go out into various communities and address needs as best we can with the resources that we have, which is why we have prostate cancer, walk, run, ride, roller skate every year.
Thank you so much for
any amount that you spend. If you send $5 5 times, you have registered for this walk.
Well, we gonna register.
If you send, you got $75 coming. I already heard that. Now, will you be at the walk?
I'm gonna try. I can't promise that I'm gonna be there, but I can't promise I'm gonna stay. Saturdays are long. I got a whole list of events, but I definitely will be by there to drop off our donation and make sure we show some support. So I'll be there sometime between 7 and 8.
I'll be looking for you between 7 and 8.
Okay. Don't send the people to get me, man, because I get a little nervous. But I can't wait to be there tomorrow. Look, y'all, tomorrow, 809 East 42nd Place. It is the Most Worshipful Prince Hall Grand Lodge. They are having a 5K walk, bike, roller skate, run tomorrow for prostate cancer. Y'all know how prostate cancer does us black folks. We want to thank you for being with us today. I apologize for the tardiness and getting you on, but I will see you tomorrow between 7 and 8, right at 809 East 42nd Place. Y'all make sure y'all come on out there and support the brothers as they do that. The brothers and the sisters as they do that thing. Thank you, Right Worshipful, for being with us today. Reese, you almost hit the button already. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Ruthie, I was telling you, that made me say, Maze, you got to get your heart rate up. That's what that commercial made me. That's what that infomercial made me just say. Shout out to all the Prince Hall Masons out there. Especially big shout out to my own lodge, Alpha and Omega 121 out in Robbins, Illinois. Robbins is going down too. All right, it's time
a lot of pensions in the house.
You see, hey y'all, I'm through with you today. I'm just through with you. I learned so much. It's the Maze Jackson Show. We gotta wrap it up though. So speaking of wrapping,
It's Friday.
Ruthie around here disrupting, turning over
But
tables.
you know I ain't gonna be here Monday, so I'm just letting you know.
tripping.
I already told you. This the problem with the system of work. I'm trying to tell you.
Now just imagine you gave
They
them
want
money.
they want us to go back in. Like I said, they try to get us to go back in.
Come, yeah. Hey, I told you. Let me talk to him.
You,
Ruthie, how you want me to talk to?
Oh my goodness.
Them white ladies will love me.
You will have me all the way with no job, no health. I have to get on Medicaid.
We got a different plan. We talked about the other plan. We talked about the other plan. I'm sure you can work it out. It's the Maze Jackson Show. Tell me something good Friday, y'all. It is time for Tell Me Something Good Friday. What you got, Ruthie? It's Friday.
Yeah, you know, I feel like summer is dwindling, so I gotta like take advantage of every bit of sunshine that we got.
So do you be taking vitamin D so you can get the sun? You know, I was thinking about that. No, I'm talking about the actual vitamin in the vitamin in the thing.
You did not say it like that. You just said
vitamin D. Right, vitamin D. That's how they say it on the song.
You said,
and when she said in the song,
Beyonce was not talking about the
she
sun.
wasn't talking about exactly.
Give me that vitamin D.
Give me that vitamin D. Oh
Come on, May. Stay with us.
It's right when you wanted to name the Woodlawn something and we said we couldn't.
Oh, he was trying to have his
No, yeah.
Woodlawn. Your broadcast breakfast.
Oh, BBC?
No.
The BBC? Hey, man, the British y'all be tripping, man. Like, first of all, y'all tripping. I said, look, they said if you don't want to get COVID, take vitamin D.
I'm going to take some vitamin D, but I don't want no vitamin D.
I feel like y'all got a joke that I'm not.
Hey, Ma.
Yeah.
What's up, Pops?
Okay, y'all be making a brother feel old. All right, I'm through talking to y'all.
Reese,
Anyway,
you got a dirty mind, Reese, and you need to work on it.
I think he been working on it. That's how I got there. He like, you think I just came this way? All right, y'all. I got something. Tell me something good. Shout out to JGB. In case y'all don't know who that is. I just gotta say this, right? Ruthie, y'all gonna say y'all gonna be talking about it. But I did start calling Jahan Gordon Booth JGB. I did. I used to be like, JGB in the building, right? Like trying to, because I give everybody a nickname.
You do.
Because that's how you got to be Ruthie F. I had to change it up, though.
So wait, so now people call it. Now
she having a JGB party this weekend.
Oh, no, you ain't talking about shit.
Yes, she is. She having a JGB party down in Peoria the whole weekend. Look, she got signatures. She done turned JGB into a logo.
Maze invented your initials.
I did invent the initials. So she is JGBing around here. I'm trying to see if we're going to go down to Paradise Casino this weekend because she got a big old birthday party, the JGB Fest. It's a casino. I'm telling you, though. Like, she was like, you do not want to miss this. Then she had a dash, JGB. I was like, I gotta copyright your initials to get my credit. No, I'm just playing. I do think JGB sounds good. So I'm shouting out to Jahan Gordon Booth, who is celebrating her birthday this weekend at the Paradise Casino. If y'all have not got tickets, I think you should get some if you want to ride out to Peoria. I think I gotta go get my tires balanced before I can ride out. I mean, I was driving the other day. I was doing about 85, and I just heard. I was like, "What is that?" Then I realized that I need to get my tires rotated and balanced. So I got to do that.
When it starts shaking, when you go too fast, you can't go over a certain amount. At least you can get up to 80.
Ruthie.
About 60. So like, dang, do I need an alignment?
Rogers, what you doing, man?
In a wheel alignment?
You slacking on. Reese, tell me something good, dog. I see you got your payday shirt on, though.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to work. That's something good. He woke me up this morning. That's another one. And my son, work.
Ugh.
See, that's what it is. See, I love it. I love it. I love it. And then my son has not ran through all his money in the first week of college and not asked me for $1 yet. So
how much did you give him when he went?
Oh man, he left with some money.
He left with some money.
money.
Hey, he liking school so far?
His girlfriend there, he every time I call him, she there with him. So I'm sure he loving it. He ain't got no parents down there.
I'm telling you, Reese.
He ain't loving it.
Hey, Reese. Hey, Reese.
A red bird baby.
Reese. Oh God, Ruthie.
I know some Redbird babies.
I know some Redbird babies too, but I just need to say this, right? Don't let her meet the Sigmas.
I said, son, if she go with a Sigma, she for the streets. I'm trying to tell you, son.
Did you tell your son he got to be an alpha?
I told him the choice is his, but if it ain't black and gold, then when you come home, the garage is always available for you.
Hey, that's all. You good. You a good one, because I told mine, you can consider anything you want, but if you expect for your college to be paid for, you better pick right.
He gonna wait till his
it's like blackmail or blue mail or golden blackmail
last semester and then pledge alpha. That's what May's son gonna do. He wait till his last semester.
My son has he's pretty masculine. He's pretty well, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna let it be, because this could go a whole different way. I'm not gonna go there. This is just fun. This is a good time. Ruthie, you still ain't tell us nothing good besides it's Friday. What you doing?
Yeah, I'm actually going to see my parents.
What? You need to have your parents on the show.
Oh my goodness, no, I don't.
Can we get Ruthie parents? Y'all are invited to the show.
No, they not.
Asia.
No, she
black
not.
girl named Asia.
Listen.
Look, Asia, you call the parents and tell them I said they is welcome to the show. We want to have them on air.
They would probably tend to want to tell stories.
That's it.
I'm too private for that.
You know what?
I already know what they gonna say. The same stuff. She been bossy. That's what they gonna say. She been thinking she's somebody's mama.
I can see that.
That's what they always say.
Ruthie used to make the kids line up. They wanted to watch cartoons on Saturday morning. She made them line up on the couch and watch what she wanted to watch.
No. Never a bully. Never a bully.
You persuaded them?
Never a bully.
Roots today, huh?
Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it, Reese. Reese, we got 3 minutes. I'll flame your ass.
Oh, let's see.
Listen,
Flame fest.
I am a master roaster.
Nah, not you from.
Listen.
You from?
You know how y'all talk about y'all family used to like get drunk and fight each other? No, mine used to drink and just crack on each other.
So I know you know that dude, the Ontario own baby that used to always ride people. I went to school with him. Many roasting sessions.
I know you're talking about.
Exactly, many roasting sessions.
But you still ain't better than me though. Yeah. Like I'm like good.
No, man, you know.
Bad as what hit my hand.
Oh man, I'm through the glass, man. Listen.
Reach your mama so big. No, I'm just playing. Ruthie said your head so big.
Yeah.
I mean, it's the actions. Like I'm good. I'm good at antics. I was a theater student.
So we should have a roast fest on.
I'm good at improv. Like I'm a theater kid.
Hey, Ruthie, and you're so humble. You so humble, Ruthie. Mugs be talking about me. I really do wish y'all could hear Ruthie offline, cause Mugs be like, Maze is so arrogant. I be like, I'm
not arrogant though. I see the difference between me and you is I don't play Battle of the Egos. Like you wanna, I'm more humble. I'm humble with
You're
it.
not.
I am.
She's telling me I'm humble with it.
I'm humble with it. I practice humility.
I practice humility too.
But it's your ego though.
I be practicing humility. It's just it don't
you
be my
ego.
I'd be like, from you though? I take that.
That's an ego.
I take that. I take that. But from you though?
See, ego.
I'm just saying.
Ego.
I take it, but it depends on I take it from you, Ruthie.
That's because I don't battle your ego.
That's because you know a woman's place.
Oh,
that's the problem with half y'all around this world. Thank you.
I'm learning.
Thank you.
I'll be quiet. I'll be talking again.
Right. When the men ain't here, we have to get you a burqa.
Oh,
around here, Taliban. Okay.
Ooh.
Okay. Look, Ruthie gonna come in here. She gonna be looking through this little slit. She don't have a mouth patch. I'm gonna have to put it up.
Is that what I gotta do to get married? I gotta put on a burqa. It might be worth
really
a shot.
not what you, that's not it.
Nope, we got 1 minute left. Don't you go down a rabbit hole.
It's easy to get married though if you want to get married. It's easy.
Tell me the trick, Reese.
So if you really like
Reese don't have two. Why?
Just agree with him for sure. Just agree with him. You know what I'm saying? Just stroke his ego. That's already that's simple. Just stroke his ego. You make him feel like you know what I'm saying. Then after you walk away, be like he's so because we really not smart. Be like. He's so dumb. But, be like, yeah, babe, you right. And walk away, be like, no. And then you'll boom, but you be like, nah, baby, I don't, Men don't like that. Men don't like that.
They don't like what?
They don't like women that talk too much. They don't know their place in the kitchen.
I want to say that. Just very opinionated. Like, you can be opinionated.
I'm too opinionated. Okay.
It's not very
You
opinionated.
can have an opinion. You just don't tell it to me.
Right, you be like,
Sound good. I'll be talking again.
That's good, man. You know what?
I shut up, but I'll be talking again.
I'm gonna tell y'all. One day, we're gonna do the morning show after 10 p.m. That's what we're gonna do. Ruthie like, no, we
No,
not.
we ain't. What you talking about? Wait, do I gotta do it again the next morning? I gotta get up.
No, we're gonna do it on a Friday.
Work. We talking about work.
Not practice. We talking about work. Ruthie, this isn't work. This is a labor of love. Like,
you know why it ain't work?
What?
Because it ain't an exchange of pay. Exactly. This fun.
Hey,
this practice.
Practice? We talking about practice.
I'm trying to get in the game. I'm still on the bench. Jesus,
you got
peace.
to learn how.
No.
I'm gonna teach you.
No.
I'm gonna show you, Ruthie.
I'm tired. Put me in the game.
Ruthie, you
put me in the game. Let me sign that contract.
See, you gotta be in the 300 hits club first. You gotta be in the 300 makes club for you. You ain't even in 300 makes club. You
I'm
like,
basing off of
I want a
potential.
contract.
I'm basing off of potential.
That's our problem. We be like, man, if he would have went to Duke, he could have been a superstar, all-star scorer. But nah, he went to Bolingbrook High School. It's like we be, it's like I feel like we be sitting. You know that one when I tell you when the mouse be in the mirror looking at it and he be like, I'm a big hole, I'm a liar. That's how we be sometimes. All right, y'all. It's the Maze Jackson Show. So for Maze and Ruthie, Reese, Todd, we seen you at the game, Joe. We seen you at the game. You
Whoever sent that, stop spying on him.
You had a yellow polo on, dog. Yellow polo with your sunglasses on. But it wasn't me who you shouldn't have worried about me. You should have worried about the mayor seeing.
Y'all gonna get Todd caught up with his second family. I'm just playing Todd.
Could you imagine?
I'm just playing Todd.
Maybe he was with his second family. And
Oh!
first family.
Oh my God.
Now you
Let
know.
me see the picture. I'll tell you. I know what they look like.
Oh my God. What would y'all do if Todd?
I would have been like, shh. Ain't none of my business.
Ooh. It's the Maze Jackson Show.
Because maybe his wife know. Like, I don't know. You never know.
Y'all millennials is beyond something. I'm going to tell you, the millennials, no filter. None. They be like, the rules to the game is just gone. Shot.
Because we see who created the rules. Just like your dry family reunion with people drinking in the car.
See, you can't tell Ruthie nothing. That's why back to the kitchen with you. It's the Maze Jackson Show. So for Maze and Reese, Ruthie, 2. I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, Ask It every single day. And she stayed to 9:02.
It's Friday. I made adjustments to my schedule.
Oh, well then let's go another hour.
Hey, my orange shirt said I gotta be there at 9:30. I'm with you.
He gotta go to work. He got a job.
He got a job. You got a job. All right, y'all. We up out of here.
Hey, wait. Hey, tell Tennille you gonna be remote today, Reese.
Clearly you haven't gotten the Jackson memo, because we ain't with none of that. It's the Maze Jackson Show, y'all. Hey, let me tell you what. Listen to Ruthie and see how that work out.
Listen, Tennille already told me. She already didn't text me already. So listen. I might beat you out here today, Ruthie.
All right, y'all. For Maze and Reese and Ruthie, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show. Ask it every single day. What's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
Why you gotta look so good?